Those that we don't. So. Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this Vanarama National League South tie as Hampton and Richmond take on Aveley here at the Beverley Stadium. And joining me in the gantry here, we have Pastor Lorraine Jones here, who's going to talk to me a little bit about dynamics boxing. So, Lorraine, it's an absolute pleasure to have you up here with me this afternoon on the gantry. Well, first of all, yeah, please, would you like to just chat to everyone about dynamics for me?
Wow. I've got about 60 Dynamics members that have come all the way to Hampton and Richmond's Football Club for this home game. Gosh, where can I start? It's a really sad story, really. Dynamics is the club which I've established as a result of my son that was killed through knife crime, Jonny. He was killed through knife crime in 2014. He started a boxing project to help young people just be engaged and away from gang warfare. Sadly, he lost his life by saving a young boy from being harmed. The perpetrator had a sword. That's why I'm dead against them zombie killer knives. It was one jab through him that went right through his heart. My late sister Denise, she came up with the name Dynamics because his name was Dwayne. Something dynamic and Dwayne, so it's Dynamics. I've established a foundation, it's the Dwayne Simpson Foundation, and Dynamics is the leading project, which is a boxing gym, and we've also got a community centre, which is Dynamics Community Centre. We're supporting young people, from children, from as young as 4, right up until 21 years old. We've got various projects doing boxing and fitness, also educational and music and art. So we're doing so much across the foundation to help young people, especially those that are in deprived estates. I'm from Lambeth, Brixton, and we're helping a lot of those that are deprived.
Fantastic stuff. No, that's really good to hear. Like, such a great thing that you've just started there. And just to reiterate what you've just been mentioning there, Lorraine, what's your mission statement with Dwaynanomics?
Gosh, our mission statement. You know, Dwayne always said, make it happen. So if you go on our website, you will see make it happen. But, you know, just after the pandemic, we met with a group of our youth management team, and we were saying, look, we want to, you know, refresh the statement. And recently we've come up with make it stop. And the reason why we're saying make it stop, we're saying make the youth violence which is happening, taking the lives of so many of our young people across the country, make it stop. We also say we raise champions through sports and mentorship. Sports is such a dynamic intervention and empowerment. I mean, I'm here at the football club, so you know, sports is such a key thing for young people and education, so we raise champions through sports and mentorship.
Fabulous. I'm so with that, Lorraine. Absolutely love that. And what do you think is the benefit of everyone from Dwaynanomics visiting the Beverly here today?
Oh my gosh, I get emotional, Johnny. The directors for this club, their heart for humanity. We actually got an invite to come here. They covered the travel, the food. I had to put a cap on the numbers. As soon as I said we were invited, we've got 61 young people and families here, 2 in wheelchairs that have come out. It's brought such an inspiration. Hampton and Richmond are such a dynamic football club. The inspiration, the zeal, the hard work and determination they have, you can feel it on the grounds. And this has been transferred to myself as a mother and to all the youth and families that have come. Oh my, it's the 10th year anniversary of my late son Dwayne. 10th year, in February the 27th. I didn't imagine I would be feeling such dynamic energy, and it's thanks to Hampton and Richmond bringing us here. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Lorraine. And just one more thing before we go, because absolutely I can totally feel that energy here, and I'm hoping the Beavers will be putting in a superb performance this afternoon for you and everyone at Dwaynanomics. And I believe there is a certain player at Hampton and Richmond who you might be familiar with. Well, talk us a little bit about Josh for us.
Gosh, Josh was my baby. He's the youngest of 7. And what you may not know is that Joshua is a brilliant dancer. That's why he's really good at his feet and he's fast. He loves dancing and he just loves young people. He's empowered so many in Lambeth.
Fabulous stuff. Pastor Lorraine Jones, thank you very much for coming to chat to me this afternoon. Enjoy the game.
Thank you, Johnny.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Hampton and Richmond's National League South YouTube watch-along. Love is in the air this week with Valentine's Day coming and going on Wednesday. However, it was a night at Heartbreak Hotel for the Beavers last weekend as their love affair with the FA Trophy came to an end with defeat to Macclesfield at Beverly Stadium. Today's opponents, Aveley, suffered their own FA Trophy heartache last weekend too, and there are 1 or 2 former Flames of Hampton and Richmond among their ranks. But what's the best way to get over a heartache? putting yourself out there and getting 3 points on the board, of course. We'll find out if Mel Gwinnett's men can do that very soon. I'm Jackson Cole, and my partner today is, of course, Johnny Luter. How are you?
Yeah, I'm very good, Jackson. Those of you that may have just tuned in, I just did a little interview there with Pastor Lorraine Jones of Dwynamics there, who is the mother of Josh Annafer-Wose, who will be playing this afternoon. And it was just a lovely interview there, just to talk about their mission statement and everything that they stand for. And it almost is like they do align very much with Hampton and Richmond's core values. So it's a real pleasure to have them come down to the Beverly this afternoon. But no, I'm all geared up. I'm ready for some National League South action.
Yep, absolutely. You talk about the values that Hampton and Richmond hold. There was one earlier this afternoon, the White Ribbon Walk, which is a campaign to end domestic violence against women, which is a cause I'm sure we can all get behind. And there's a good turnout there, and they all finished up in Hammond's Bar just in front of us over there.
No, it's a really good cause that Hampton and Richmond stand by, the White Ribbon Foundation there. And yeah, they did the walk this afternoon and finished in the clubhouse not too long ago, about half an hour ago. So no, it's a really good cause and obviously it's against domestic violence of men against women. So it's a really good cause that Hampton and Richmond are standing by. So yeah, fully behind it. Great to see the club doing such great things.
Yeah, before we just get cracking into the team news, before we could talk about an interview with our owners, Stefano and Rafa Petruzzo. It was in the Daily Mail on their website, which you can find, and they alluded to the values that the club holds, of stuff like no abuse against players or against anyone who's attending the game, of course. But there are one or two interesting lines that came from that piece. I thought some quotes by Rory Donaldson, our left midfielder. He's spoken about Mel Gwinnett, saying, "Mel has created a unique environment in my experience of football. It's trusting, transparent and liberating." I think we're seeing those kind of results pay off on the pitch, aren't we?
We certainly are, and just to add to that note to Mel Gwinnett there, Mel Gwinnett, I believe, is such a great man manager. And I think in the game of football, obviously, we've got some terrific players at this club. And one of the crucial things, I think, with players is obviously you have to treat everybody differently. You know, some players prefer a sort of more harsher approach when it comes to things, and it's a bit more of a delicate subject. And you have to treat everyone just that little bit differently. And I think Mel does that so well, and he gets the best out of every player at this club. So full credit to Mel. I think he's really onto something there.
Yeah, absolutely. And well, we're not lacking ambition as a football club. In the Daily Mail article, it also said that we're targeting 2 promotions every 5 years, and they didn't rule out maybe one day. They did say it's minimum 10-year project, but possibly getting in the Premier League, maybe even the Champions League. Wouldn't that be amazing, seeing Kylian Mbappe come to the Beverly?
It certainly would. And then and back to that news article, Jackson, they did mention in there, well, look, Luton Town not too long ago were in the National League, just one step above Hampton and Richmond at the moment, and they find themselves in the Premier League as well. So there's absolutely nothing to say why Hampton and Richmond can't literally reach for the sky.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember Luton Town being in League 2 in my very early days of getting into sports journalism, and Jake Gray was playing for Luton that day when I was reporting at Kenilworth Road. So football is a funny old game, as they say. Well, obviously, we've been better last weekend. Disappointing day. You were there, Johnny. Well, you were here, I should say.
Yep.
A 2-0 defeat to Macclesfield FC. And yeah, what were your overall thoughts on that game? It was a bit of a sad day, wasn't it?
Yeah, no, it was a tough fixture. Macclesfield came to the Beverly and they were a superb side. They were the better side on that day, and I must admit, the club at the time, last week, a lot of injuries at the moment and lots of new players through the door. We have Bailey Brown coming through from Hemel Hempstead. We've got Charlie O'Connell on loan from Peterborough United. So a lot of fresh new faces in the squad. And just it can be difficult just trying to find that chemistry, that gelling. And I think we struggled a little bit with that in the afternoon of that game. And Macclesfield just had that clinical edge there. Number 9, Sam Heathcote, getting that second goal to clinch it for us, as I think it was a slight slip possibly there from Dean Inman, which just allowed him to come in and get the goal, which put the nail in the coffin for Hampton and Richmond's FA Trophy campaign. But, you know, well, full credit to Macclesfield. They were a decent side, and it has to be said, we've had some great joy in the FA Trophy this season, going away to Hartlepool United when I had to get a heart transplant after that penalty shootout, and obviously going back a month before at Southend United. We've had some really good away days this season in the FA Trophy, so it was a sad day to be out of the trophy, but we're still in the hunt for promotion in the Vanarama National League South.
Yeah, Hampton and Richmond are 7th place. That's the final playoff spot in the Nash. To worry about that, hopefully Mel Gwynn Gwinnett's men will get the business done. Now, you're a Brown there, Bailey Brown there, a new signing from Hemel Hempstead. He makes his first start for Hampton and Richmond this afternoon. Conacher and Brown also starts. I'll take you through the full team news. It's Adam Desbois in goal. Then it's Dean Inman, Luis Fernandez, Captain Jake Gray, Tope Fadahunsi, Conacher and Brown, Bailey Brown, Isaac Pitblado, Dominic Ravan, Joshua Anafawos, and Charlie O'Connell. The substitutes are Rob Hall, Ben Seymour, Sam Deadfield, Sam Dreyer, and Dan Wishart. As for Aveley in goal, they have Jonathan North, then it's Ayuba Jambang, Eduino Vaz, Siju Odelusi, Frankie Terry, Harry Gibbs, Aranjit Krasniki, Ryan Carr, Raza de Graft, Emmanuel Ogunrinde, and Charlie Hughes up front. Substitutes are Joseph Gabode, Nana Kaye, who is formerly of Hampton and Richmond, Jalen Jones, Ikeche Eze, also formerly of Hampton and Richmond, and Jason Ring. Now, I'm sure you can hear both teams are out on the pitch. Hampton and Richmond are wearing a white shirt with their blue shorts and socks, while Aveley are in an all-red strip.
And the white shirt is, of course, to stand with the White Ribbon charity as well. So as we would normally be in our navy blue shirts this afternoon, but hence this afternoon.
Yeah, nice touch. Nice with the blue shorts and socks with the white shirt as well.
Yeah. Yeah, certainly agree with you, certainly agree with you there, Jackson.
Yeah, so yeah, just looking at the Hampton and Richmond team news, I'll say the main headlines are Bailey Brown making his first start for the club, and Conacher and Brown. He's not been in and out of the team this season, but he's been given the nod by Mel Gwinnett, so what's your thinking there?
Yeah, no, I think it's great to have Conacher and Brown back in the side. I just think it's, well, as Melson in his pre-match interview a day or two ago, we have got a few injuries at the moment, and Conacher and Brown has got this opportunity to show what he's made of, because obviously, as we know, at the end of last season, Conacher and Brown was absolutely on fire, and just coming into this season, Conacher and Brown hasn't probably started as much as he would like, but coming into the side this afternoon, Conacher and Brown is going to show exactly what we can do, which we know he's got in the tank, because we've all seen it before. Yeah,
absolutely. Last season, he was a delight to have on the pitch. I remember that game at home to Oxford City last season when he had some of their defenders on strings, and yeah, he's just not quite got going this season. In fact, since November the 11th, when we beat Maidstone, he's made just 2 appearances for Hampton and Richmond, the winger, but maybe this is where he'll kick-start his campaign. Now, Jake Gray and the captain tossed with the referee, who this afternoon is Emily Heaslip, and her assistants are Callum Park and
Jackson, in terms of players to look out this afternoon from Aveley, because obviously I was at the reverse fixture back in August last year, where Aveley beat us 3-0, and on the score sheet that day was a certain Siju Odelusi, who is here this afternoon. Siju Odelusi as well is currently level on goals with Ben Seymour in the division. So would you say he's one to look out for this afternoon?
I think so, yeah. If he's scoring as many goals as Ben Seymour, then he's doing something right. He is Aveley's top scorer for the season. It's going to be Hampton and Richmond who have the kickoff. Josh Anafawos is stood over the ball. Hopefully he'll be showing the same energy his mum was showing in that interview you did with her just a couple of moments ago.
Yeah, Pastor Lorraine Jones, yeah, lovely lady, and lovely mother to Josh Anafawos, and I hope
she's doing something right with how well Josh has turned out.
Oh, she certainly is. She certainly is. We're massive fans of Josh Anafawos here.
So the ball is with Jake Gray, plays it back to Charlie O'Connell. His pass is intercepted, and then O'Connell is eventually penalised for a collision just inside Aveley's half. It's a free kick to Aveley. It was a collision with number 18, Charlie Hughes.
Looks like formation this afternoon, Jackson. Hampton Richmond going for a 4-2-3-1 formation with Tope Fadahunsi, the isolated man up top.
That was a good touch by number 11, Olga Rinde, to get away from Dominic Ravan, but Luis Fernandez was there to mop things up and put it out for a throw-in to the away side. About 5 yards into Hampton Richmond's half on the left. Ball is thrown back to number 5, Frankie Terry. He now plays it to the captain, Harry Gibbs. And he plays it long towards Hughes, but it's an easy gather for Fernandez, and he finds Conacher and Brown, who's touching the ball for the first time on that left-hand side. Makes a marauding run into Aveley's half, but it's cut out there, and the visitors have it back. They've given it away, though, and now Fernandez will have plenty of time just to assess his options. Plays it short to Revan, the right back. Fernandez has it again, about 10 yards into Hampton Richmond's half. Good ball out right to Jake Gray, and he clips it down the line towards Anna Fawos. Does have a bit of a task to get to it, and it's put out of play by number 5, Terry, for a throw-in to Hampton and Richmond, deep into Aveley's half.
Tope Fadahunsi just in the box here. Tope Fadahunsi having a pretty good start here to life for Hampton and Richmond, hoping to get himself back on the score sheet today, failing to do so last weekend.
Yeah, 1 goal for Fadahunsi. It's for Hampton and Richmond so far. That was against Truro 2 weeks ago. Anna Fawos with his magic feet, just getting away from 3 Aveley players. Now it's Conacher and Brown, plays it out left to Isaac Pitblado. He plays it inside to the man mountain, Bailey Brown. 6'5" frame, and well, he looks a very strong boy as well.
Yeah, he certainly does. He's holding that holding midfielder. New partnership there, so it'll be good to see how those two get on this afternoon.
Yeah, quite a few injuries in midfield. One of them is Shane Dunn, who will be joining us at half-time just to talk about the game and also talk about his football experience. So stay tuned for that. Don't get yourself a cuppa at half-time like you usually would. Dean Inman now has the ball. It's intercepted, and now the ball is on the left-hand side for Aveley. It's played down the line towards number 7, Kresnicki. He's got Ogun Rinde in support and uses him. Now it's Kresnicki again. He's been stood up by Charlie O'Connell, so now it's back with number 3, Vaz. O'Connell intercepts it, although his pass is, he was well tackled by Vaz. Now Kresnicki just punts it into the box. It's headed away by Luis Fernandez. Kresnicki heads it again. He's given away to Bailey Brown, who looks to find Fadahunsi. A bit of grappling there between him.
Nice.
Yeah, good communication by Luis Fernandez. Now here's Conacher and Brown, about 15 yards into Aveley's half in the centre area. Plays it back to Inman, and he clips it to Jake Gray. Oh, and it's took a minor touch off Terry. Jake Gray was offside anyway, so even if he had have got a chance away, it wouldn't have counted if he managed to put it away. But good invention there by Dean Inman to try and find his captain.
Yeah, Dean Inman, he's always got the vision, hasn't he? He's proven that so many times this season with the passes. Just trying to pick out Jake Gray there, but coming to no avail as Jake Gray was obviously offside there. So good thinking, good intelligence from Dean Inman.
Yep, just played just over 4 minutes. It's Hampton and Richmond 0, Aveley 0. And yeah, no real chances to speak of at the moment. Both teams having some flirtations with goal without really asking too many questions of the goalkeepers. Good tackle there by Anna Fawos on Vaz. Vaz is still down, but referee waves play on now. It's Fadahunsi, plays down line to Jake Gray, but it's intercepted by number 6, Harry Gibbs, and yeah, Vaz does stop play.
Just to talk about Edwino Vaz there, I mean, when in the reverse fixture, I mean, don't quote me on this, Beavers fans that are watching, but I believe I did say how he did really impress me in the reverse fixture back in August. So he's been a terrific player for Aveley. And obviously, Jackson, Aveley having a really good life in the Vanarama National League South after getting promoted from the Isthmian League last season.
Yes, 2 successive promotions for Aveley, actually, and they are very much in the hunt for the playoff spots. 4 points behind Hampton and Richmond at the moment, which is very good going for a newly promoted side. Anyway, play has resumed. It's Fernandez, now Gray, and here's Revan, looks to cross it in, but it's blocked by number 4, Odelusi. And it's half cleared away by Aveley. Now here's Anna Fawos. A bit of a scramble in there, and then Jake Gray crosses it in with his left foot, but it's in the hands of their goalkeeper, North. And he throws out, and it's played long towards Hughes. Dean Inman marshals him, Hughes to hook it back. And it's a shot taken. Number 10, Razak de Graaf, but it's a very easy save for Adam Desbois.
Razak de Graaf as well. Hampton and Richmond fans will know, on loan with us couple of seasons ago, I believe it was, and was also in that Maidstone side that lost here 5-2 earlier in the season. So this is his second time at the Beverley this season for Razak de Graft.
Long ball play by Dean Inman towards Bailey Brown. Flag does stay down for the time being. It's good play by Brown. He's on the left-hand side, crosses it in early, headed away by Terry. But it's back with Brown. Great piece of skill by Bailey Brown. Crosses intercepted again. Oh, and they shanked it. The Aveley man, but it is eventually cleared away. Fernandez then looks to hook it back in. Jake Gray just slips as he goes to challenge for the ball. He doesn't quite dispossess Ogunrinde, and then it's kicked out of play. Well, it's actually an Aveley throw, and I think Jake Gray intercepted that. So it's Vaz, who is back on his feet now, who takes the throw and plays it back to Terry. He clips it long towards Hughes. Fernandez wins the header, and now Brown can pick the ball up in space. Oh, it's a bit of a mistake by Aveley. Now here's Conor Curran-Brown, got Fadahunsi in support. Conor Brown might go it alone. Oh, and it's just wide of goal. Well, that is the Conor Curran-Brown we know and love. It was a great effort by Hampton Richmond's number 17. Jonathan North was beaten all ends up, but it drifted just wide of the post. Good play, though, by Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, Conor Curran-Brown really executed the shot very well, just wide of the right-hand side of the post. I mean, on another day, Jackson, that's going in the back of the net.
But Conor Curran-Brown will have to wait for his third goal of the season. He scored against Truro City and Havant and Waterlooville. The win at Havant was the start of our 17-game unbeaten run. Now here's number 8, Ryan Carr on the ball, about 25 yards from goal, plays it outright. It's a bit of a dangerous situation for Hampton and Richmond. Oh, and it's a shot flashed across goal by Razak de Graft. A couple of players trying to get their toe on the end of the ball, but it evaded everyone, but it was just wide of Adam Desbois' goal.
Yeah, good opportunity there for Razak de Graft to just go straight across the face of goal. But if there was an Aveley player to meet it, that would have almost certainly been a goal to Aveley to get themselves in front here at the Beverley Stadium in the early parts of the game.
Yeah, absolutely. That's 2 big chances in as many minutes, 1 for either side. Conor Curran-Brown firing just wide, and then a few seconds ago, Razak de Graft's right-footed effort whistling just past Adam Desbois' post.
Yeah, Hampton and Richmond just need to keep calm and keep their shape in the game and just settle themselves in a little bit more, and hopefully have a little bit of a repeat of what Conor Curran-Brown was able to do just moments ago.
Desbois plays the goal kick, but it's well controlled by Terry, and he looks to set number 11, Ogunrinde, down the left. Oh, it's a bit of an error there by Ravan, and Fernandez did make the tackle, and then he was fouled. So it's a free kick to Hampton Richmond, about 5 yards outside of Adam Desbois' box.
Yeah, I don't think Louis Fernandez realised Charlie Hughes was on his doorstep right there and just took him by surprise, but managed to not cause any problems for Adam Desbois, so free kick there.
Desbois looks to clip it down. The wind is behind him in this first half. Just evades Bailey Brown. Or it's a late challenge by Charlie O'Connell on Ryan Carr. Referee has blown for a free kick to Aveley, just inside their half from a left of central area. And the free kick is played short to their captain, Harry Gibbs. Now number 2, Jambang, clips it down the line, but Dean Inman gets his head on the ball, and it's flicked on by Conor Curran-Brown just in front of Fadahunsi. Conor Curran-Brown now has it on the halfway line. He's tackled there, but Curran-Brown wins it back ahead of Charlie Hughes, and Fernandez then slides in, plays it to Ravan.
God, that's good from Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, it's good passing here by the Beavers. Hits Ravan again. His pass a little too firm to Jake Gray, so it's one back by Aveley. Bailey Brown flicks it on towards Conor Curran-Brown, but it's intercepted by Carr. Now is Razak de Graft. And here's Terry, 5 yards in. Oh, he's tackled by Anna Fawos. And Hampton Richmond, if they're quick, can fashion a chance. Good idea by Anna Fawos, but just didn't quite have enough on it. His pass to Jake Gray, so it's gone out for a throw-in to the away side. It's now with their centre-back, Terry. He's charged down by Anna Fawos. 11 minutes on the clock, still 0-0 between Hampton and Richmond and Aveley. As I mentioned, 2 big chances in this game, one for either side.
Oh, that's
Karen
nice.
Brown, he's trying that flick on towards Faderhunt. He's not quite finding him just yet, but sooner or later you're hoping that that will come off. It's now with Aveley's goalkeeper, North, who clips it out left, and it's intercepted by O'Connell.
Obviously, Aveley with that promotion of last season was a Hampton and Richmond player, Temi Babalola. Version, I believe, Jackson.
I remember Temi very well, but very similar build to Bailey Brown, but of course Temi was a striker, or still is a striker, but just not for Hampton and Richmond anymore.
I believe he's at Potter's Bar now. So, as all the best, Temi. Obviously, you won't be listening to this right now because you'll be playing, I'm sure.
Here's Inman, plays it back to Desbois with Carr charging down, but Desbois did well with the clearance. Although it just evades clean sheets as he kept last season when he was at Cheshunt.
But obviously, as we've said many a time on the broadcast, Jackson, I don't think that clean sheet stat is truly reflective
not at all.
of Adam Desbois' excellence he's showed so far this season.
Yeah, I think back to the Dartford game that we won 4-3. That was early on in our 17-game unbeaten run. Saved a penalty, made a couple of crucial saves when the game was at 3-3. I mean, looking back, I think Hampton and Richmond were a touch fortunate to get the 3 points in there, but we will not complain whatsoever.
Yeah, we certainly won't.
Edwino Vaz just forced to go back about 10 yards before taking the throw-in on the left-hand side. Finds Carr, who wriggles away from Jake Gray, but he overruns the ball, so it's out of play for a goal kick.
Bit windy, the conditions here at TW12, Jackson.
Yeah. I think so. It's impossible to ignore it, considering how strong these players are when it comes to kicking the ball. The wind is behind Adam Desbois at the moment, so Hampton and Richmond should look to capitalise on this. And yeah, Adam Desbois putting next to no effort, it looked like, but it made it all the way to Bailey Brown, about 10 yards into Aveley's half. And he's just caught there by number 2. Jam bang, and he has won himself a free kick. Brown about 5 yards into Aveley's half from a left of central area.
Bailey Brown obviously standing at 6'5", a really dominant presence there in the midfield. He is certainly one you think when we're going to get to a set piece like we have now, he's someone you're going to want to be looking out for. Yeah,
Brown, Fernandez, Inman, they're all making their way towards that penalty box. Jake Gray just waited to take it, signalling now, and he clips it towards Dean Inman, it is. Oh, my fault of Fernandez. Oh. Well, it was just in front of Hampton Richmond number 5, and North, the Aveley goalkeeper, did gather it, and now it's with Edwino Vaz. Here's Terry. Clips it long towards Carr, who has a chance here. Great defending there by Dean Inman. Oh, well.
That was superb defending by Dean Inman there, just using his strength against Ryan Carr there. I mean, Ryan Carr, you're not going to stand a chance against the strength of Dean Inman, are you, really?
No, very few could outmuscle Hampton and Richmond's veteran centre-back. It was actually an offside, so what Dean Inman did proved to be academic in the end. So here's a free kick to Hampton and Richmond, about 10 yards outside of Hampton and Richmond's penalty box. Desbois clips it outright. The wind getting really behind that ball. It's headed out of play by Terry for Hampton Richmond, throwing about midway into Aveley's half.
Just thought I'd say as well, Jackson, back to that article that the Petruzzo brothers were in the Daily Mail there. They were just mentioning about player interviews and how the club believe player interviews are quite an integral part.
Oh, that's a late challenge on Josh Anafawos by Vaz. It's the first yellow card of the afternoon shown to Vaz, and I'm not sure you can have too many complaints. It was a late challenge on Anna Fawos, and this is a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Just back to what I was saying just a few moments ago, Jackson, about Bailey Brown's presence in there. You'd like to think in this set-piece position, just on the edge of the box, Bailey Brown is going to be one of the target men you'd like to get it to. But not only Bailey Brown, of course, he's got the likes of Dean Inman in there, Louis Fernandez. You know, this is a good opportunity for Hampton and Richmond.
Absolutely. Dean Inman, he's scored 4 goals this season. Louis Fernandez just one. Bailey Brown not scoring just yet, but you wouldn't be surprised if Jake Gray or Isaac Biblado aims for him in the box. Looks like it will be Jake Gray on this right-hand side, about 5 yards outside the box. Referee not actually given the free kick the green light yet. Now Jake Gray takes it, whips it in. Oh, and it's just
nearly
wide of goal. I think it's a corner to Hampton Richmond. It is. It was a Aveley defender that got in there.
It did look like Luis Fernandez, though, was charging in there and he was ready to put that ball on strike. But straight on target there. But, yeah, Aveley just doing their defensive duties well there. It's another corner for Hampton and Richmond.
Which will be taken by Jake Gray. Plays it short to Aveley. Piplado gets there. Oh, I thought that took a deflection, but the referee has signalled for a goal kick.
Yeah, Isaac Piplado there, just trying to get the shot off there. But, yeah, to what to me looked like a deflection, it has gone out for a goal kick, apparently, according to Emily Heelslip.
Yeah, not too many complaints from Hampton and Richmond, so perhaps it did come off Piplado last. He tried to finish on Anafowo's cross first time.
Perhaps you need to go to Specsavers. Other opticians are available.
I'm not going to do a Charlie Nicholas again. Anyway, goal kick has been taken by Jonathan Northern. That is, yeah, wasn't a million miles away from us up in the gantry.
Cheers, Jonathan.
It is out for a throw into Hampton Richmond on the halfway line, taken by right back Ravan, looking to find Fado Huntsy. We've not seen too much of him so far. Ball is played by Harry Gibbs towards Hughes, but Inman wins the header. Now is Connor Curran Brown, wriggles away from Aveley's right back. He's still got it, Curran Brown. He's surely been pulled down there. Referee does wave play on.
Yeah.
And, well, yeah, play on was waved for a few seconds. There was no advantage, so Hampton and Richmond have a free kick in a central area just inside Aveley's half.
I must admit, I'm starting to see that Connor Curran Brown that we knew so well from last season there. His nifty footwork there and his ability to pick out the pass quickly. He just moved so quickly and he was just able to shift that ball away. And obviously, yeah, we got the foul there. So Jake Gray standing over this one.
Yeah, and he's signalling Inman, Brown and Fernandez are in the box, as is Fado Huntsy. Gray raising both arms in the air. Maybe they're going to try something different. Or Inman's gone down, but it's Fernandez.
Oh.
Well, he did get there. It was from an acute angle, and it hit the side netting on the volley from Luis Fernandez.
Yeah, Luis Fernandez there, just coming close to putting Hampton and Richmond one goal to the good there. I don't think it quite met him how he'd like it to be, and he just puts that ball out wide of the goal there. So Hampton and Richmond coming close once again.
Yeah, this is Luis Fernandez's 60th appearance. He's been in the Team of the Week 3 times this season. Once was for our win over Hartlepool, so National League South Team of the Week twice and FA Trophy Team of the Week. Goal kick is met by Bailey Brown, who could only head it out of play for an Aveley throw, and about 10 yards into Hampton and Richmond's half on the left.
Just to go back to the point I was saying earlier about Petruzzo's in that Daily Mail article saying about player interviews and how that's really important to them. And obviously they said that some agents say, well, my player doesn't do interviews. Well then that player's not for Hampton and Richmond. And I just think those core values that the Petruzzo brothers have implemented here at the club are really.
We often don't see footballers as humans, do we? Like when they speak to the media, you start to see the human side of things. That was good play by Luis Fernandez to win a throw-in deep into Hampton and Richmond's half. He had two Aveley players around him, so Ravan throws it down line towards Brown, but it's headed by a Aveley head. Now it's with number 7, Kresnicki. Hughes, bit of a late challenge on Fernandez, who did head it out of play. Referee not interested, so it is just a throw-in to the away side.
Bit of a yelp there from Luis Fernandez as well. I did thought he got caught there, but I think he's okay.
Oh, it's good play by Aveley. Good tackle by Curran Brown to dispossess Kresnicki, but now here's
Razak de Graft there.
Thank you, Johnny.
Right, well, obviously, I know an ex-Hampton and Richmond player when I see one,
yeah.
so.
Ball is now with their right back, Jambang, who plays it back to Gibbs. Headed away by O'Connell. Now is Gray looking to find Anafowo's. Great touch by Anafowo's. O'Connell plays a nifty pass into him, but Anafowo's has lost it to Kresnicki.
Good challenge by Anafowo's there, and obviously Kresnicki, sorry, doesn't think so.
The away side are still on the ball with Charlie Hughes, although his attempt to try and flick it back into a central area, backfires, and it's out for a throw-in to Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, Dominic Ravan on the throw-in there. He's taken a lot of throw-ins this season from that position there. He's got a good long throw on him, hasn't he, Jackson?
And there it is in action. It's Bailey Brown who controls it. Dispossessed by Krasnicki, and now it's with number 4, Siju Odelusi. And now here's Jambang making a marauding run down that right channel. Carr trying to find De Graft. Oh, a bit of a scrap. It's getting a bit scrappy, this passage of play. Oh, great play by Fadahunsi to dispossess Aveley, man. Now here's Jake Gray inside Aveley's half. He's got a few players in support. Uses Ravan down that right-hand channel. It's a good challenge there by Odelusi. Out for a throw-in.
Tell you what, the weight of that pass from Tope Fadahunsi there was just pinpoint accurate there. Tope Fadahunsi, Loughborough University graduate, of course, playing for the Loughborough University team. I would know that, as I'm a graduate from there myself. But
well done, Johnny. Perhaps you can do the next commentary in a mortarboard.
But no, Tope Fadahunsi there, just proving his EFL pedigree there, obviously on loan from Sutton United at the moment.
Now here's Anafawos just outside the Aveley box. He's tackled well there, and now has the ball in space. Plays it down the line towards Carr, and it's Dean Inman with a crunching challenge before the ball was controlled by Carr. And the Hampton and Richmond fans were loving that meaty challenge by Hampton and Richmond's number 4.
Yes, Dean Inman, he's such a good one for the challenges, isn't he? His experience in this league, he knows when to time it well, and he's just proven it just then.
Connor Brown looks to find Fadahunsi. Now it's Ogunrinde, headed away by Ravan. And then it's headed back to Adam Desbois by Charlie O'Connell. Desbois still got his hands on the ball, dishing out instructions to a number of teammates. Now he puts it on the floor and plays it long towards Fadahunsi. It's a bit too high for him. It's headed away by Terry. Now it's Oderinde who tries to find Charlie Hughes, but it's overhit, so Desbois retrieves it and plays it short to Fernandez, who plays it across to Inman.
Yeah, the centre-back pairing this season that has been dominant has to be Fernandez and Dean Inman. Probably they've had the most appearances in the Vanarama National League South for Hampton and Richmond this season as a pair.
Yeah, and unfortunately Hampton Richmond's attack just fizzled out there. Inman clipping the ball out to Pip Blado, who just slightly miscontrolled it. So now Aveley are in possession with Raza de Graft. Tries to play it down the line. Down the line.
You're not getting confused with the European River, are you?
To Jambang, but it's gone straight out of play for a throw-in to Hampton and Richmond.
We have fun, don't we? Just like Hampton and Richmond do here, obviously, with having a lot of success so far this season.
Play by Fadahunsi, releases Curran Brown down that left-hand channel. Just checks his run and plays it back to Anafawos, who will look to advance into the box. Plays it to Fadahunsi. Now here's Anafawos. Great challenge there by Gibbs, and in trying to win the ball, Anafawos just caught the Aveley captain, and he's actually going to be given a yellow card there. It was a bit of a late challenge, quite similar to Vaz's yellow for his challenge on Jake Gray. But yeah, there was no malice in it whatsoever, just a desperate attempt to win the ball by Anafawos.
Yeah, no, just, yeah, like you say, no malice in win the ball back just to try and get an opportunity to get a shot on goal. But so yeah, Josh Anafawos just have to be a little bit careful now.
So, yeah, 25 minutes on the clock. It's 1 yellow card apiece, and it's 0 goals apiece. Hampton and Richmond 0, Aveley 0 is the score. Also 1 major chance apiece. Conacher and Brown having it for Hampton and Richmond, and Raza de Graft almost beating Adam Desbois with his shot on the right. Now here's Jake Gray, plays it down the line to Conacher and Brown. He's well tackled there by number 4, Odelusi, and then he clips it towards Hughes. Headed away by Dean Inman. He finds Dominic Ravan, who just helps it into Aveley's half. Odelusi is actually down on the ground there. Referee has clocked it,
yeah, he's in
but is allowing play to continue. Now it's gone out for a throw-in. Conacher and Brown tackling Raza de Graft, and now play has stopped for the referee to just see how he is.
He does look at a real bit of discomfort there. The way he's just breathing there, it's almost like looks like he might have been winded possibly, but it's just that sort of, he was just on all fours, if you like, just trying to catch his breath back.
I did see the goalkeeper for Aveley, Jonathan North, signal to the Aveley bench to not bother coming on. It's just one of those sore ones which doesn't require that much treatment. He'll just have to walk it off. Lucy.
And obviously, you know, when you get winded, Jackson, you obviously know that feeling. Obviously, your windpipe closes up, and obviously you really struggle to breathe there. But it's one of those things you can just run off, give it a couple of minutes, and you can run it off, and you should be like, and there you can see CJ Lucy is just starting to run that one off now.
Yeah, moving still quite gingerly, but he'll be fine, I'm sure.
Certainly will.
A little bit of housekeeping. Hampton Richmond, we are on WhatsApp, so you can stay up to date with Beavers news on our WhatsApp channel. You can find the link for that on our Instagram page. Play has resumed now. It's Dean Inman who heads the ball away. Jake Gray then flicks it on to Fadahunsu, then finds Josh Anafos, who's just a bit too overhit from Fadahunsu, but Josh Anafos, he's very, very quick. He's tackled by Terry. Anafos wins the ball back, and that dancing feet again manages to wriggle away from trouble. But, well, now Aveley are going to build themselves an attack. It's with Raza de Graaf being stood up to by Isaac Bitblado. Raza de Graaf has made his way into the Hampton Richmond box, plays it low across goal. It was a good ball, but none of the Aveley players anticipated were ahead of it, so it's out of play for a throw-in.
No, obviously their January signing, Raza de Graaf, obviously just still a few gelling problems, perhaps, maybe. Obviously, just none of the footwork. Just down there by Josh Anafawos. The intelligence and the agility there with the footwork just to get that ball away was superb.
Well, Lorraine was talking about his quick feet, and we saw them in full flight just there. Now is Charlie O'Connell, plays it forward towards Fadahunsi, who might be in here. It's a bit of an awkward bouncing ball. Fadahunsi has got the ball on the edge of the box. Got a few players in support. Plays it to Bailey Brown. It's hit the crossbar.
So
still
close.
in play. Here's Fadahunsi. Is that a penalty? Referee's not interested.
So close from Bailey Brown. I saw his connection, and it was rifling to the top of the net, but it comes off the woodwork.
I think Jonathan North might have got a faint touch on there. It could be a fantastic save by the Aveley goalkeeper, but that has certainly been the best chance of the afternoon. Bailey Brown's powerful shot rattling against the crossbar there after some great play by Tope Fadahunsi.
What a great way that would have been to open your account at Hampton and Richmond. Bailey Brown with the strike, it was just so good. I'm still thinking about it. Come on, let's have some more of that again, Bailey. Come on, son.
Well, the ball is given away by Terry. It's straight into the hands of Adam Daybar, and he rolls it out to Luis Fernandez. Got Dominic Ravan, the right back, in support. Mel Gwinnett telling Fernandez to play it down the line, but Fernandez opted just to play it back instead. Now it's with number 11, Ogun Rinde, plays it back to Terry. And now North, who I think did get a touch on that Bailey Brown shot, just plays it to his captain, Gibbs. Headed away by Isaac Pitblado, Gibbs' long ball. It was a good idea from Bailey Brown, but it was just a touch too far in front of Josh Anafawos on the left-hand side, so it's a throw-in to the away side.
Who's impressed you so far for Hampton and Richmond, Jackson?
I think Connor Curran-Brown deserves a firm shout-out. Bailey Brown, of course, having that great effort.
I think Dean Inman as well.
Yeah, Dean Inman making some important challenges along the way. So it's been a good performance, I'd say, so far from Hampton and Richmond. They're certainly looking the more likely team to break the deadlock. Oh, and Josh Anafawos, how could we forget about him and his dancing feet? He just wriggled out of play there, trying to get away from two Aveley players. So it's a throw-in to them just inside Aveley's half. Now it's Gibbs who plays it long. I'm not sure that was intentional, but it's turned out to be a great ball to Charlie Hughes.
It's gone out surely.
Yeah, and his touch was a little too heavy, so it's gone out for a goal kick.
Yeah. Aveley just trying to get themselves back in there, but yeah, just the ball just went out there for Charlie Hughes, and yeah, it goes out for the goal kick for Adam Desbois. Next game for Hampton and Richmond, Jackson, is obviously away to Weymouth on Tuesday night. I'll be making the trip down there to Weymouth to the Bob Lucas Stadium. It's a stadium I haven't been to yet, so looking forward to seeing the boys in action on Tuesday night. So hope to see many of you as well.
Yeah, and hopefully Hampton and Richmond can break the deadlock soon. It's with Jake Gray, tries to find Fado and TV. He's well tackled by Terry, and now it's with Ogunrinde. Clips it long towards Charlie Hughes, who's holding the ball up well there, getting away from Dean Inman. He plays it out left to Krasnicki, who's got a bit quiet these last few minutes, but that's an intelligent ball to Vaz.
Ooh,
well challenged there by Anna Voz. It is a corner kick to the away side.
Yeah, been a long time since Aveley have had a set piece here, so they'll be really looking to try and capitalise on this one.
And it looks like it's going to be Ryan Carr, the number 8, who's going to take it. They've got some big players in their team too. Their captain, Harry Gibbs, number 5, Frankie Terry, and of course, number 4, Siju Odelusi, who scored 12 goals this season in the National League South. Carr swings it in on this left-hand side. Oh, and it's... I thought Bailey Brown was going to head it away.
Yeah, goodness me, that kind of went straight through. I almost thought that was going to go in the back of the net, Jackson.
Yeah, I think it was missed by Brown, and it was their captain, Harry Gibbs, who got onto the ball, but I don't think he was expecting it. It just sort of hit his thigh and went just wide of goal. A bit of a let-off there for Hampton and Richmond.
Yeah, no, Aveley just having an opportunity there from a set piece to try and get their noses in front here, as we are approaching the end of the first half.
Yeah, 33 minutes on the clock. Hampton and Richmond 0, Aveley 0 is the score. Both teams having some decent openings in this game. Say Hampton and Richmond have been slightly more, or looking slightly more likely to get that first goal of the afternoon.
Yeah, the headline at the moment is that Bailey Brown majestic shot, and we're hoping that Mr. Brown can do it again.
The ball is clipped long towards Ogunrinde, and there's a bit of a collision with Fernandez. Play does go on with Charlie Hughes. Now it's Ryan Carr, about 30 yards away from goal. He has opened up some space, but Anafoy's tracks back. Good ball out to De Graft inside the Hampton Richmond box on the right-hand side. Oh, and it's a good touch by Carr, although maybe it was a bit too heavy, and Dean Inman just hoofs it out of play for a throw-in to Aveley on the right-hand side.
Dean Inman's been a busy boy so far this afternoon, Jackson. He's making some vital clearances to keep the Aveley players at bay, the Millers.
Now here's their number 5, Terry. Oh, his pass is intercepted by Jake Gray.
Go on,
and
Jake!
now Jake Gray is away, although it's Gibbs who's there on the cover, and he hoofs out of play into that school behind us.
Yeah, they'll have fun Monday morning, those children playing with.
Does continue. It's with Charlie O'Connell, and his cross towards kick to Hampton and Richmond on the right-hand side.
Yeah, another set-piece opportunity here for the Beavers.
O'Connell is showing in support, but Jake Gray will try and swing it into the at the moment, but his teammates weren't alive to the situation. Gray does now play it into the box. It's met by Isaac Pitblado, and it is just wide of goal. I think the keeper would have saved it anyway if it was on target, but a good enterprising piece of work by Pitblado.
Yeah, Isaac Pitblado, just, that was a really intelligent run there, just to try and get the ball to the back of the net there, and but it just goes knocking on Jonathan North's door.
And certainly our Bailey Brown crashed against the door, but the ball hit the crossbar a few minutes ago. There's Brown who heads it. He actually caught a bit of Josh Hannaford's head in the process, but Hampton and Richmond are in possession with Ravan. Plays it down the line towards Brown, but the wind really caught that long ball there, so it's gone straight out of play for a goal kick to Aveley. Yeah,
just that wind there, Jackson, coming into play there once again, so players just have to be wary of that and just try and factor that wind in, because you could probably hear it on the mics, ladies and gents, so so hopefully not too bad for you.
Well, they probably prefer hearing that than our commentary, the viewers. Here's Ryan Carr with Ogunrinde, plays it out to De Graft. He cuts inside, but he's doubled up on by Brown and Pip Blado. Ball is now with Jambang, the right back, plays it back to De Graft. Crosses it in with his right foot, headed more up than out by Charlie O'Connell. Now it's with Krasnicki, that was a good touch. Plays it back to number 4, Odelusi. Now is De Graft inside the Hampton and Richmond box, plays it back to Krasnicki, takes a shot, cleared away by Fernandez, and then Hampton Richmond do get it away with Ravan. Now Anafawos, he's tackled there by Odelusi, but that was a massive chance for the away side. A shot taken by Krasnicki. I think that was beating Adam Daybar, but Fernandez was there covering at the back post.
Wow, that was a really, it was almost like an off-the-line clearance there by Hampton and Richmond. Aveley really knocking on the door there.
Oh, now here's Josh Anafawos in space, midway into Aveley's half in a central area, tries to find Jake Gray. His pass intercepted, but Anafawos wins it back, takes a shot of his left foot. It is pretty comfortably wide in the end, and I think Anafawos will think he could have done a little bit more with that opening. He had more players in support, and then it just, the chance kind of fizzled out in the end.
Yeah, I feel like he had just a little fraction of a second, a bit more time there, just to sort of think about that one more time and maybe put a bit more power at it, and obviously just try and get that a little bit more on target.
So it is a goal kick to the away side. 38 minutes on the clock. Still goalless, but we have had a lot of chances for both teams in this first half. North takes that goal kick. Again. That's the second time that's happened. It was in our line, actually.
Jonathan's trying to pick me out here.
I think so.
I'm not in a red and white shirt, Jonathan. I mean.
So here's a throw-in to Hampton Richmond. A matter of centimetres into Aveley's half, taken by Dominic Ravan on the right-hand side. So aiming for Connor Curran-Brown, who does get the flick on. Terry then beats Fadahunsi to the ball. Oh, one back there by Ravan. Now Jake Gray clips it towards Fadahunsi, who lays off Anafawos, who slips, but ends up playing it to Fadahunsi, who takes a shot straight at Jonathan North in the Aveley goal. A comfortable save for the Aveley goalkeeper.
Yeah, I think that's Fadahunsi's first shot on target actually so far this game, and yeah, just straight at Jonathan North there, just didn't quite have the power on it that it needed.
He's got a decent left foot, Fadahunsi. Scored with his left foot in our win over Truro a fortnight ago.
Obviously, he's on a 1-month loan deal, I believe, so I think this could potentially be one of his last fixtures for us, unless he might be eligible for Weymouth on Tuesday, but
perhaps it might get extended. Remember Dominic Ravan, he was just a 1-month loan, but now we've got him permanently.
Certainly has, and it just goes back, Jackson, to what the Petruzzo said in their article there about the player interviews. Just thought you were going to touch there on potentially Tope Fadahunsi was in there, but no, just goes back to the club with their player interviews there, and you know, with Charlie O'Connell coming in on an initial 1-month loan, this is almost like a sort of trial for him. It's almost like a bit of a recce for him, isn't it, Jackson? You know, like he's got a 1-month trial with us, see how you get on, and if I like you, I'll sign you on a permanent basis.
Pip Blado will throw in on the left-hand side, midway into Aveley's half. Anafawos as well tackled there by number 2, Ayuba Jambang. Pip Blado is now on the ball again, throws it to Anafawos again. Good skill there by Anafawos. Now makes his way into the box. Here's Pip Blado. It's not fully cleared away by Aveley. Now here's Jake Gray inside the box, looks to cross it in. It's a good cross, headed away. Here's Brown, shot blocked. And it's gone out for a corner kick to Hampton Richmond, who are really applying the pressure towards the end of this first half.
Brown just trying to replicate what he did about 10 minutes ago. He tried to get the strike off, and yeah, deflection means it's gone for a corner, but Bailey Brown, he had that second bite of the cherry there.
So it's Jake Gray who's going to take the corner on this left-hand side. Connor Curran-Brown is shown in support for a short corner, but Jake Gray, I think he's going to swing this into the mixer. Brown, Fernandez and Undeman are in there. Headed in! Oh, yeah, it's gone in! Well, it's Tope Fadahunsi who's claiming it. I think Fernandez had an opportunity.
Knock! Who's there? It's Tope Fadahunsi!
I'm not entirely sure how that managed to end up in the back of the net. It was Fernandez who headed it towards goal. I think it was saved by Jonathan North. Oh!
Oh, what?
Well, I
No.
think it's been disallowed.
What?
Well, I don't know how that's been disallowed. Oh, it was a handball. The referee, thank you, Shane Dunn, who's going to be joining us at halftime. The referee,
Yeah.
the referee has signaled for handball. I'm not entirely sure who it was. Perhaps it was Fernandez, but it's still 0-0. Tope Fadahunsi will have to wait for his second goal for Hampton and Richmond. And, well, bit of excitement there at the end of this first half. We've still got 2.5 minutes of the opening 45 to play.
Yeah, that Hampton and Richmond this season have been really dangerous from corners and set pieces in those positions. And when Jake Gray saw that ball lofted in, I just thought, that's going to meet a Hampton and Richmond player. And I just thought it's got to go in the back of the net, surely.
Ball is out for a throw-in to Aveley on the left-hand side. Will be taken by their left back, Edwinho Vaz. Aims for Charlie Hughes, who does win the header against Ravan, but Brown heads it towards Jake Gray, but he can only head it out of play for a throw-in to Aveley, about 15 yards into Hampton and Richmond's half. Vaz finds Hughes again. Now it's with number 11, Ogun Rinde, who clips it towards Adam Desbois. Obviously not intentionally because they're not on the same team, but it's gone out of play for a goal kick.
Yeah, Hampton and Richmond hoping to end the half strongly here. Obviously, with the disallowed goal there, the players are all going to be fired up, hopefully to finish this half on a high.
Yeah, we're about to enter the final minute of the opening 45. Hampton and Richmond 0, Aveley 0 is the score. Plenty of chances for both teams. We thought about a minute ago, Tope Fadahunsi had broken the deadlock, but the referee has disallowed it for an earlier handball. Good piece of skill there by Josh Anafawos. Plays it back to Pip Blado. Now here's Inman. Pip Blado on it again, about 10 yards into Aveley's half. Inman plays it to Fadahunsi. That's an intelligent pass by Inman. He's then dispossessed. Now here's Jake Gray. He might take a shot of his left foot. Well blocked. And then it should be cleared away. It is.
You hear the moans and groans, Jackson, around the ground as everyone thought Jake Gray was going to get that one in the back of the net.
One or two cries for a handball, but I think it was the backside of number 2, Jambang, which got in the way of that rasping effort by captain Jake Gray. Now here's Josh Anafawos. Hampton Richmond very much on top here. Conacher and Brown is tackled by Kresnicki, out for a throw-in to the Beavers. Deep into Aveley's half. Now is Anafawos, who's seen a lot of the ball these last 5 minutes. Plays it to Pep Blado, who keeps it in. Here's Jake Gray, dummies it. Well cleared away. And then it should be booted away from danger by Aveley. And Dean Inman has given it away to number 8, Carr. Now here's Charlie Hughes. This would be a real hammer blow to Hampton and Richmond. Carr is inside the box with the ball. And it's just over the bar. Adam Desbois may have got a fingertip to it. Referee has ruled that Desbois has, so it is a corner kick to Aveley. Into added time here, but we've not, certainly not had any signal that there's going to be any more play at the end of this first half.
Yeah, this is a really good opportunity for Aveley to try and get themselves in front here. Yeah, they just had that opportunity there, Jackson. They couldn't quite take it, but this will be a superb chance for the Millers here.
Yeah, and all their tall players are inside the box. Odelusi and Gibbs played in by Carr, headed away by Fernandez. Kresnicki helps it back in, cleared away by Fadahunsi. Well, that's the end of the first half. So it's 0-0 between Hampton and Richmond and Aveley, but both teams have come very close to scoring. Conacher and Brown having the first meaningful chance of this game, shooting just wide of goal, while Raza de Graft of Aveley then shot just wide. A minute later, Jake Gray and Dominic Ravan are surrounding the referee, asking about that disallowed goal scored by Tope Fadahunsi. The referee ruling a handball in the build-up. Some other chances that have happened. Bailey Brown rattling the crossbar with that drive from the edge of the box. Harry Gibbs then having a very good chance, which he could have done a bit better with. Isaac Blado firing a shot just wide, and then Luis Fernandez clearing Kresnicki's goal-bound shot away from danger. So, yeah, Johnny, what are your overall thoughts of that first half?
Yeah, no, both sides having opportunities to get themselves in front there, but it does look like Hampton and Richmond are the slightly stronger of the two. And then, yeah, Bailey Brown's shot there was just the golden ticket that could have put Hampton and Richmond in front possibly, and then the disallowed goal from Tope Fadahunsi. So both sides still very much in this, but I think Hampton and Richmond played the better.
And, well, before you go off, just take us through the half-time scores from the National League South.
Yep, so just to quickly take you through the half-time scores of the Vanarama National League South. So half-time, Bath City 1, St Albans City 0. Sit and Play, Braintree Town 0, Torquay United 0, and there's been a red card for Braintree there. Dover 0, Dartford 1. Still in Play, Eastbourne Borough 0, Chelmsford City 0. Still in Play, Farnborough 1, Truro City 1. Half-time here, Hampton and Richmond 0, Aveley 0. Hemel Hempstead 0, Western Supermare 0, Slough Town 0, Chippenham Town 1, and Taunton Town versus Maidstone United has been postponed due to a waterlogged pitch, I believe, for Taunton Town. Still in Play, Welling United 0, Tunbridge Angels 2, Weymouth 0, Worthing 2, and there's been a red card in the Worthing to Louisville 0.
Well, plenty of goals in the National League South. No goals here just yet, but, well, I would say go for a break, but now we've got a very special guest on our hands. So, Johnny, you can go for your break, and now we've got ourselves Hampton and Richmond midfielder Shane Dunn. Shane, how are you doing?
Very well, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And, yeah, just look into this camera here. This is new for me as well.
Bit of light in there as well to help.
Yeah, exactly. Just to get our pearly whites on show. What have you made of that first half for Hampton and Richmond?
I'd say it's been a positive half. I think we've probably been the stronger team. I think Aveley will be happy to win half-time 0-0. We've probably had the better chances, more entries into the box and counter-attack, so we still have to be awake, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. You personally, how's the injury going?
Going very well. Going very well.
Yeah. I saw you running down the channel pre-match, so...
yeah, I've been working hard to get back and hopefully be back within the next week, so it's been positive. And yeah, I'm very excited to get back, hopefully.
Yeah, good.
Team.
Yeah, and yeah, just going back to the match action, yeah, who's stood out for you for Hampton and Richmond so far?
I think there's been a lot of good performances. I think Louis coming back in after his injury has been very strong at the back. Josh has looked lively when he's got into the ball.
Yeah.
Tope's held the ball up really well, and the two boys in the middle have been very decent as well. So
yeah, and what did you make of that instant when we thought Tope had put the ball in the net? It was you. Thank you for pointing out that the referee signal for handball, because me and Johnny were very, very confused at the time.
Well, if she's seen it and she's given it, but it's very hard to give that. It's a scramble in the box, and I don't think there's any intentional handball in there. So I think it's a very tough decision against us. But these things happen. The referees make mistakes, same as us. So we've got to deal with it and try and come back in the second half and get a goal.
Yeah. What do you think the atmosphere will be like in the dressing room at the moment?
I think Mel will be happy. Happy but disappointed that we're 1-0, not 1-0 at least. But yeah, I think it'd be positive and just more the same in the second half. Probably just improve our speed of play a little bit. I think we can up the tempo even more, and I think the game's there to be won, you know. Yeah,
and at half time, what is Mel like in the dressing room? Is he very vocal, or does he just kind of leave it to the players to talk it amongst themselves? Like, what's the dynamic usually?
I think he'll give us a couple of minutes to ourselves to normally talk. The boys talk amongst themselves, and then he's fairly calm and composed. He just tries to give a little bit of information across to help us in the second half. But yeah, it's fairly calm. That's the way his leadership is. He's calm and he gives us the details we need to know that he will try and tinker it a little bit as he does and see what he can do second half in relation to how Aveley's playing. So yeah,
absolutely. Talent on the bench. Our top scorer Ben, he does usually start games, so he's got plenty of options on that bench. Well,
the squad is very strong at the minute, and we've all, like Rui's missing with injury. We've had a lot of injuries, or with suspension. We've had a lot of injuries, so there's a lot of depth within the squad. There's boys that can come in at any time and do a job for the team. So there is plenty of options on the bench if we do need to change it, but I'm sure probably the next 15 he'll probably leave it as it is and then go from there.
And well, it's great to have you up in the gantry with us. And is your dad here today?
He was going to come over, but I think he's going to probably come over next week for the Farnborough game. So yeah, season ticket holder.
I mean, fair play, because he lives in Ireland, of course, so come all that way to see you in action.
Well, it's not only for me. I think he's a Beavers fan now, and a lot of my family are as well. So there's a lot of people around watching. So say hello to them as well.
Yeah. hello there, the Dunn clan. Just want to talk a bit about your dad and the influence he's been on you in your life, in your football days.
well, my whole family supported me unbelievably throughout my career, but my dad obviously has dropped me here, there and everywhere in relation to football. He's travelled the length and breadth of Ireland to support me. Now he's coming over to England to support me. I played in Australia. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to go over there. But I'm sure he would if he could. But yeah, he's been brilliant for me, and he's always supporting.
Maybe if Taylor Swift lent him one of her private jets, he would have made the journey when you're about playing out in Australia.
He'd probably get the boat over knowing him.
And was he a football coach himself? Or?
Grassroots growing up, yeah, and he does his coaching badges as well. So he has a passion for the game, and he just loves coming to the games here. It's a good environment to come, and the games are competitive, so he enjoys it.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, well, I've had a few conversations with your dad as well. So has Jonny as well. Jonny gave him a lift back from one of the games as well. Yeah.
Planes, trains, and automobiles. It doesn't matter how you get there.
Well, we hope to see you next week, Donald. Yes, Donald, isn't it? Yeah.
Donald, yeah.
Donald, right? Yeah, I was thinking.
Depends. He can put on accent. He's a chameleon. It depends on who he's asking. He has a lot of accents that he can take out.
Well, yeah, I think we can wrap things up there. Thank you again, Shane,
really
for joining us. No and let's hope we can watch Hampton and Richmond get over the line and get that win. And
come on, the Beavers, well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Shane, thank you again for joining, and hopefully you enjoyed that too.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Cheers. Our YouTube watch along of this National League South encounter between Hampton and Richmond and Aveley. It is 0-0 at the moment, but I'm not entirely sure why, because there have been plenty of opportunities for both teams, and Tope Fadahunsi thought he'd got his second goal for Hampton and Richmond, but it was cruelly disallowed by what we believe was a handball in the build-up. Again, thanks to Shane Dunn for pointing that out for us, and thanks to Shane Dunn for doing the interview. It was very interesting to hear about what Mel's like in the dressing room at half-time, and also, of course, about the legend that is Donald Dunn as well, who's usually at Hampton and Richmond whenever he gets a chance, and he'll be there next week, so hopefully we'll see him there then.
Yeah, I've also given him a lift back from the Farnborough game. I've had the pleasure. He's a lovely man, lovely chap.
And interestingly, the Farnboroughs, who are playing next Saturday at the Bev for the home fixture. And yeah, both sets of players are now back on the pitch. Just your overall thoughts on the opening 45 minutes, Johnny?
Yeah, it was, both sides still very much in it, but Hampton and Richmond just looked that little bit better. The shape's been kept really well, and Hampton and Richmond had two golden opportunities, one of which is Jackson. You just mentioned there was disallowed, but Bailey Brown with an absolute thunderbolt, which went off the woodwork. So we're still 0-0 here, but Hampton and Richmond looking the better side, I must say, at this moment, but Aveley still looking very good themselves, Jackson. Yeah, for sure. They've come close. Probably their standout chance was fell to Kresnicki. His goal-bound shot was cleared off the line by Luis Fernandez. We're just waiting for both benches to make their way all the way across from where the tunnel is to their respective dugouts. Hampton and Richmond are shooting towards the Alan Simpson OBE stand in this second half, as Aveley get us under the way at the beginning of this second half. 0-0 between Hampton and Richmond and Aveley. Charlie Hughes just shrugging Luis Fernandez off the ball now. He's in the corner with Dominic Ravan. Vaz crosses in. That did look like a handball by Bailey Brown, but the referee does wave play on. Now it's Vaz, the left back, looking to wriggle away from Anifawos and Jake Gray. Good play by Vaz. Tries to cross it, but he's tackled well there by Gray, who can now travel. Looks to play it down the line towards Fadahunsi, who really grew into things as the first half wore on, and he's holding the ball up well, shrugging off Frankie Terry. It's good strength there from Fadahunsi. He's now being doubled up on, but Anifawos will get to the loose ball on this right-hand side. He has Ravan in support. Well, that's surely a handball. The referee waves play on again. And it's cleared away by Frankie Terry, only as far as Luis Fernandez, about 5 yards into Aveley's half, in a on the right-hand side. He clips it towards Charlie O'Connell, who's a surprise run. He just clattered into there by the captain for Aveley, Harry Gibbs. And it's actually a throw-in to the away side, deep into Aveley's half on the left. Yeah, both sides just trying to settle themselves down for this second half, as a win for either side would be really crucial here, because obviously Hampton and Richmond just keep about keeping themselves in the playoffs at the moment, but obviously you've got the likes of Worthing starting to run away with it a little bit. That's a late challenge on Conor Curran-Brown. It is a free kick to Hampton and Richmond. The man penalises Emmanuel Ogunrinde. Curran-Brown is still down. Oh, yeah. He had his foot trodden on, and hopefully that is just it, because Conor Curran-Brown, as I said earlier, he's not been playing as consistently as he would have liked. A lot of that is due to injuries he's had earlier this season. He is back up on his feet, Conor Curran-Brown. Also, the Aveley players just getting a bit of a talking to there by Emily Heaslip. Yeah, but no yellow card, just one yellow card apiece. Josh Anifawos getting the yellow for Hampton and Richmond, while Edwinho Vaz getting Aveley's yellow. But Jake Gray is stood over the ball about 5 yards into Aveley's half in a right of central area. Clips it towards Fadahunsi, who does get the header. It's headed partially away. And now Carr plays it to Hughes, who then just boots out of danger, and Aveley as a team get out away from the box. Adam Desbois' long ball towards Fadahunsi. He's just a bit too overhit, so it's with Adam Desbois' opposite number, Jonathan North. Yeah, just trying to, Hampton Richmond just trying to keep Aveley pressed in their half as best they can, but
That wasn't a great pass by Odelusi, sorry. Plays it straight to Bailey Brown. Now here's Fadohunsi, plays it back to Fernandez, and now Ravan, the right back, has it. Fernandez has the ball at his feet, clips it to Conor Brown. It's a bit too high for him. And now Razak de Graft. Oh, it's number 4, Odelusi, climbed over Bailey Brown there. Oh, referee's letting a bit go. I think Dean Inman was a bit late on Ryan Carr there.
Go on.
Hampton Richmond have an attack now. It's Jake Gray on this right-hand side.
Yes.
Crosses it first time.
Oh.
Tries to find Fadohunsi.
Yes.
Jake Gray wins it back inside the Aveley box. There's a good challenge by Edwinho Vaz. Out for a corner kick to Hampton and Richmond on that right-hand side. And that's got the Beavers faithful on their feet.
Oh, it's taken quickly, Jackson.
It's with Josh Anafawos inside the box of Aveley. Oh, but it's well shepherded out of play by their number 4, Siju Odelusi. So it's a goal kick to the away side.
Yeah, Razak de Graaf's challenge just a few moments ago, Mel was not impressed with that at all. And that should have been a free kick, but play was allowed to continue. Yeah,
and conversely, I think Dean Inman did trip over Ryan Carr, and Ryan Carr is having a word with the referee as we speak about that collision. So I think we're certainly, it's kind of evened itself out. So 49 minutes on the clock, still goalless between Hampton and Richmond and Aveley. The wind is still howling, by the way, and it's in the favour of Aveley on this occasion. Good tackle by Conor Brown to dispossess Hughes. Now here's Fernandez on the ball in the central area, clips it out right to Ravan, who's motoring down that right-hand channel. It's a throw in to the Beavers. On the right is Fernandez again. Plays it across to Dean Inman, plays it first time down the line. And Charlie O'Connell does well to control that, plays it to Ravan. O'Connell crosses it in, headed away is Bailey Brown, can't quite control it. And now Carr does get his free kick. A little bit of a firm challenge by Brown, although I'd say that was less of a free kick than that challenge that Inman maybe got away with.
Yeah, no, just Hampton and Richmond again. They've had a couple of moments now when they've been able to come forward there, but just haven't quite been able to apply the finishing touches there.
Bailey Brown making his full debut for Hampton Richmond. He came on against Macclesfield last weekend, coming oh so close to getting his first goal for Hampton Richmond as his thunderbolt of an effort hit the crossbar. Signed from Hemel Hempstead, who are in the National League South. He's also played for St Albans City as well, who we do play in a couple of weeks' time, March 2nd. And now it's a good touch by Hughes. His pass was just behind Carr, but now it's with Krasnicki. Oh, he's well tackled there by Jake Gray. Now here's Bailey Brown. And
come on now!
Josh Anafawos could get there. Well, there's a good challenge there by Odelusi. O'Connell intercepts Odelusi's pass. Agricultural run by Charlie O'Connell, plays it back to Brown. Now here's Anafawos, but his pass to Conor Brown isn't quite as accurate as he would have liked. And now Aveley they have a chance to open the scoring here with Charlie Hughes. And here's Carr, great block by Isaac Pitblado out for a corner. That is a goal-saving block by Hampton and Richmond's number 25.
Wow, that is... Wow, I'm almost speechless. That was a really good opportunity for Aveley. The game in the last 2 minutes has just opened up. Both sides go from end to end. And Aveley, I thought, with that run in from Charlie Hughes to put the ball into the box, I almost thought that was going to be a certain goal. But Isaac Pitblado coming to the rescue for the Beavers.
You know it was a big moment when Johnny Luther is speechless for a very brief period, it must be said. But
what are you trying to say about me, Jackson? I love a little chin wag.
Anyway, still danger for Hampton and Richmond. It's a corner for Aveley on the left-hand side. Swung in by Carr. Headed away by Inman, and Conor Brown will be there to retrieve the loose ball. Got Anafawos in support and finds him. Oh, he's been surrounded by 3 players and he's dispossessed. He didn't really get a call there. Inman then gets his foot on it. And he heads it away to O'Connell. Good bit of skill by O'Connell to wriggle away from danger, and then his ball down the line is just a touch over hit, aiming for Fadahunsi. A little thumbs up there by Hampton and Richmond's striker.
Yeah, that is the kind of service that Tope Fadahunsi is looking for, and the ball just goes out on the left-hand side here for a throw into the Millers, but that's the kind of service he's looking for, Fadahunsi.
Fadahunsi was at Torquay last season, who we do play next month down at Plainmoor. He's also played in Finland, Fadahunsi.
Has he? What club does he play for in Finland?
It's a club called Kemi, PS Kemi, I believe. I've never heard of them. But
what league do they play in?
No idea.
Someone's done their research.
Anyway, the free kick has been taken. Fadahunsi was penalised there. And it's a good challenge by Dominic Ravan.
Yeah, he's done
to
well
win
there.
the ball. Great hold-up play by Fadahunsi. Finds Anna. Oh, and Fadahunsi has surely been held there by Terry, but he does get to the ball anyway. And he plays it back to Jake Gray, about 25 yards away from goal on the right-hand side. Gray plays it just a bit too far behind O'Connell, so he had to stretch to get it. Now is Fernandez, plays it to his captain, Jake Gray. And now he crosses it in. It's Curran Brown! Oh, and well, in the end, it drifted quite comfortably wide of goal, and perhaps a player on the overlap could have been there to pounce on the loose ball, but it remains goalless between Hampton and Richmond and Aveley.
Yeah, it's intelligent header there. It just needed that a bit more direction just to send it into the back of the net. It just, I think Curran Brown, I don't know whether he was just trying to head it back to see if there was another Hampton and Richmond player there, or he was trying to go on goal. But in that situation, Jackson, I just feel like you just need to guide it, just literally guide it towards the net.
Yeah, he didn't quite get enough on it, Curran Brown. Well, play has resumed, and the away side do have themselves a free kick bang on the halfway line. I'm pretty sure it's exactly where off is taken. Bailey Brown being penalised there.
And Sam Deadfield is just being called over by Mel, I think.
Yes, we might be seeing our first change of the afternoon. Sam Deadfield, who does usually start the games, but on the bench this afternoon. Free kick has now been taken. It's with Razak de Graft. He's tackled by Pip Blado, whose attempted ball down the line just drifts out of play. So it's a throw in to Aveley, which will be taken by number 2, Jambang. He throws it long towards Hughes, but Brown wins the header. Now de Graft has it. Had the ball pinched off him by Pip Blado, but only out for a throw-in to the away side, about 25 yards away from Hampton and Richmond's goal on the right. Brown winning the header there, but it's gone out for a throw-in, very basically on the corner flag.
Yeah, the Millers just supplying a little bit of pressure here on the Beavers. We just need to try and see this little wave out of pressure from Aveley.
Jambang looks to throw it into Hughes. His layoff is just a bit too overhit. And Curran Brown then deals with an awkward bouncing ball by boosting it away.
Oh, Dean Inman there with a vital touch.
But the away side are still on the attack. It's with de Graaf who takes a shot, and Dean Inman again making that block. He's certainly a contender for the Man of the Match award as things stand. Hampton and Richmond's number 4.
Yeah, double vital touches there from Dean Inman. Just he's been at the right place at the right time. As Aveley at the moment, they're just trying to keep this pressure on the Beavers at the moment as they have a set piece here.
Yeah, it's a corner on the right-hand side will be taken by their number 8, Ryan Carr. He clips it in. Oh, it's dangerous. Louis Fernandez does get his head on the ball. Curran Brown retrieves it and then boots it out of play. Hand side.
Curran Brown just having a little chat with the referee there as well, I think. He just had a little comments just to say about that.
There's also the referee that perhaps his teammate was fouled. And we will see our first change of the afternoon. Sam Deadfield is the one who's coming on for Josh Anafuos, who can be very proud of his performance so far. Showed another, well, lots of pieces of great skill, but he is on a yellow card, remember, so that might have that might be in Mel Gwinnett's mind.
Yeah, I think that was a safe, sensible idea, I think, from Mel Gwinnett. Josh Hannaford-Woes has had a good game, and his mother, Pastor Lorraine's, will be delighted, I think, to see her son playing here this afternoon. And obviously having such a great impact since he came into the side. So really good to have him with us.
Play does resume. Aveley now on the ball, and it's a shot taken by number 4, Odelusi, and it was, well, it certainly had plenty of gusto on it, but fortunately for Hampton and Richmond, it did not quite have the accuracy, and it's got sailed just over Adam Desbois' goal.
Well, that's why he's got 12 goals already in the Vanarama National League South this season. He's got a shot on him, Odelusi, and just showing just there exactly what he's made of. So he's won Hampton and Richmond in this second half. I've really got to try and keep quiet.
Coming up to the hour mark at Beverley Stadium, still Hampton and Richmond 0, Aveley 0, as Adam Desbois' goal kick goes out left, and the ball hasn't quite gone out of play, and De Graft does play it down the line to Charlie Hughes, who does tackle Dean Inman, but the ball only drifted out of play for a goal kick.
696 the match day attendance today.
That's the attendance inside Beverley Stadium today. Thank you to those who have come down, and thank you to those who are watching our YouTube watch along. Hopefully we can bring you a goal for Hampton and Richmond, but so far we have not been able to. But it's not been for the want of trying. Both teams having a number of chances to get that goal. Good play by Charlie O'Connell to hold off Ryan Carr, and Pip Blado then tries to find Fadahunsi in the box. Gibbs, the defender, deals with it emphatically by winning the header and then booting it high out of play into that school next door.
Gibbs gives it a bit of welly there as that just goes into the school behind us here, who'll probably enjoy playing with that ball on Monday morning.
Oh, is that a corner to Hampton Richmond? No, it's not. Conor Curran-Brown thought he had done enough to win a corner, but it was number 2, Ayuba Jambang, who managed to play the ball off Curran-Brown before it went out of play for a goal kick, which has been taken quickly to Gibbs, who booted the ball out of play there just moments ago, and it's a long ball played towards Carr, who doesn't quite keep it in, so it's straight out of play for a goal kick to Hampton and Richmond.
So with Sam Deadfield now coming onto the pitch, Jackson, what do you think he's going to bring, or what do you think he's going to add in this second half here?
Hopefully just keep hold of the ball. That's Sam Deadfield's specialty, really makes the team tick when in possession, and well, given balls is probably not the best idea, especially when you're kicking against it in this second half. Well, that was a decent goal kick by Adam Desbois, finding Conor Curran-Brown, and Dominic Ravan plays it down that right-hand channel to Fadahunsi, who's been held again by Terry. It's a corner kick. Oh, well, no. I thought that was a corner.
Yeah.
And Mel Gwinnett certainly thought so as well.
I just want to credit Tope Fadahunsi for his strength, I think, in this game so far. He's got a lot of muscle on him, and he really can hold the ball off really well. I think that is one of his key qualities we've seen so far in this game. Yeah,
reminds me of Adrian Clifton last season, that magic loan spell in the second half of the campaign.
Big Cliff.
Yeah, it's helping me get over the lone player that I fell in love with.
And obviously love is the key theme this afternoon, obviously, with Valentine's Day just gone, you know, and I think he had our hearts, didn't he, Adrian Clifton, and it was a pleasure to have him here at the Beverley last season.
But anyway, that was then, this is now. And Hampton Richmond right now have a throw-in about 10 yards into their half on the left-hand side.
I thought Tope Fadahunsi was going to be my Valentine, as we thought he put Hampton and Richmond 1 goal up in the first half, but there's still a vacancy, Tope. So if he can get the ball in the back of the net, he has secured my position as my Valentine.
Okay. It's Conor Curran-Brown. That's a good ball out to Jake Gray. Curran-Brown was caught a bit late there. Play does go on, and it's just spooned out of play by number 4, Siju Odelusi. Jake Gray has his hands on the ball. Dominic Ravan and Bailey Brown and Conor Curran-Brown are in support. Uses Curran-Brown.
Oh.
May have been a handball there. Oh, bit of a late challenge by Bailey Brown, and yeah, they're suggesting that Brown could be given a yellow card, but the ref is keeping her cards in her pocket for now. So yeah, free kick to Aveley, a couple of yards outside of their box on the left-hand side. So it's taken by their goalkeeper, North. Fernandez does win the ball, combination of his head and his thigh getting onto it. Good skill from Krasnicki to get away from O'Connell. Now here's Jambang. Now here's Graft, who takes the shot, blocked by O'Connell. Now Jambang crosses it in. It actually comes off his own man, Carr. Back with Krasnicki with his left foot. Now Razak de Graft. Here's Krasnicki. Hooks it back into play, but it's headed away by Revan. And here's Vaz on the ball, looking to get away from Jake Gray, but Jake Gray says there's no entry, but he has been penalised there. Again, I think that's a bit of a harsh decision against Hampton and Richmond's captain. He's certainly letting the referee know that he feels that's not a great decision. And Aveley have themselves a free kick about 20 yards into Hampton and Richmond's half on that left flank.
Yeah, just by the Beavers' return there, for those that know what I mean. Where you can obviously get a variety of beverages and snacks and what have you.
So it's Carr, number 8, who's stood over the ball. He clips it into the box, headed away by Fernandez, only as far out as a corner to Aveley on that right-hand side.
Yeah, Aveley, the last 5-10 minutes have been the more dominant side here, and Aveley will be looking to try and get themselves one goal up here as they try to capitalise on this pressure that they're putting the Beavers under at the moment.
So yeah, 65 minutes on the clock. Still 0-0 between Hampton, Richmond and Aveley. The referee just having a there. And now she walks back to the edge of the penalty box. Carr has made his way over to that right corner flag. The taller players in the Aveley ranks are all in the box. Odelusi, corner taken. Gibbs gets to the head. And then Fernandez.
Oh, bit of a shirt tug.
Yeah, but it's another corner to the away side. The ball last coming off Charlie O'Connell. And it'll be Carr who just trundles over to that opposite corner flag.
It looks like they're not in any particular rush to take this, but you actually, both sides are very much still in this. It could still go either way, Jackson.
Yeah, absolutely. It surprised me, the lack of urgency from Ryan Carr, but maybe it's all part of an elaborate plan. Hopefully not, and hopefully this gets dealt with well by Hampton and Richmond. It is Carr that swings it in. It's a good delivery. It's headed away by O'Connell, and, well, there was a shirt pull spotted there on O'Connell, who did get his head on the ball, so it's a free kick to Hampton and Richmond inside the penalty box. Yeah, a bit cheeky there from Razak de Graaf, just holding up Isaac Pitblado's pass back to his teammate. But
yeah, bit of gamemanship there.
Yeah. Free kick has now been taken. Ball is with Dean Inman. Plays out left to Pitblado, just inside Aveley's half now. O'Connell just tackled there by a combination of two Aveley players. Well won back though by O'Connell. Now here's Deadfield, and he plays it to Fernandez, who has a ball in a bit of space, plays it outright to Dominic Revan. And he's looking to beat Ogunrinde down that right-hand side. Revan, of course, got the assist for Isaac Pitblado's winning goal against Truro 2 weeks ago. He has to settle for a throw-in on this occasion. It's deep into Aveley's half on the right, this throw-in. He plays it to Bailey Brown, who's well tackled there by Krasnicki.
Oh, that's nice from Louis Fernandez there.
His pass was only as far out as Fernandez, and he played it to Inman, but Inman then didn't quite catch his pass to O'Connell there, so it's gone straight out of play for a 20 yards into Aveley's half. Back Jambang. And it was met by Charlie Hughes, but the way the wind has really caught that ball, it almost went out of play for a goal kick. But instead,
thrown.
Yeah, it's Ryan Carr who managed to prevent it from going out of play. So it's a Hampton and Richmond throw-in deep into the Hampton and Richmond half, just over the midway point in this second half. We're still waiting for our first goal of the afternoon. Not too many clear-cut chances in this second half, which is very much at odds with what happened in the first half. The ball was in the net at the Keith Hussey stand towards the end of the first half. Tope Fadohunsi wheeling away in celebration, but the referee disallowing that goal for a handball in the build-up. Now his car in space on the right-hand side. He makes his way to a central area now, almost. Now his number 11, Ogun Rinde, plays it to Kresnicki. His cross is blocked by Jake Gray. Kresnicki has it again, looks to cross it again. His cross is blocked by Gray.
Looks like Rob Hall is just starting to warm up there as well. And
so is Ben Seymour as well.
Yeah, Ben Seymour could be maybe a late addition, possibly, as I know Ben, our analyst here, did say that Ben Seymour had picked up a little knock on Thursday night, and obviously with the Tuesday game at Weymouth coming up as well, you want to try and keep Ben Seymour as fit as you can.
Yeah, absolutely. Throw-in has now been taken. It's dealt with by Hampton and Richmond. Oh, it's Ryan Carr, plays it to Kresnicki, now Jambang. He is forced to retreat, plays it back to Razak de Graaf, now his Carr, and Kresnicki inside the box. Bailey Brown's got to be careful there.
Oh, no.
Oh, it's gone in.
Oh, no.
Well, it was a bit, well, almost comical how it went in. It was a shot by number 7, Aranjit Kresnicki. It deflected over Adam Daybar and just bounced into the net. There will be a bit of an inquest about how that managed to go in, but well, with 70 minutes on the clock, it's Hampton and Richmond 0, Aveley 1.
Yeah, I think Daybar went to punch it away, but I think I think the ball just sort of slipped over his hand as he punched it away. And it went behind him, and it just went in the back of the net.
Yeah, this will be a disappointing goal to concede for Hampton and Richmond, and somewhat. They'll feel somewhat hard done by having had some great chances in the first half, and Mel Gwynedd is taking some immediate action. Rob Hall is going to make his way onto the pitch on in place of Bailey Brown.
Yeah, I think that's a sensible decision. I think now with Rob Hall coming on, Rob Hall just provides that bit of attacking flair. And when obviously that I do mention a lot on Beaver TV, his EFL experience Rob Hall has, I think he could certainly bring something in this second half now. Could just liven things up a little bit, Jackson. It has like died down a little bit, the intensity and the action, but with Rob Hall coming on, we could see that change.
Yeah, hopefully we will do. As you said, bags of experience in the EFL. Rob Hall, very skillful player as well, and he's got a ping when he gets a shot away on that left boot of his. And yeah, well, even though the way the goal happened was disappointing, you did get the sense that Aveley were growing into things in this second half. And now Hampton and Richmond have a lot of work to do if they're to get anything out of this game. They're a goal down, coming up to 72 minutes on the clock. Connacher and Brown tackled there, but it is a throw into Hampton and Richmond deep into Aveley's half.
Yeah, Hampton and Richmond are looking for an immediate response here.
Pit Blado throws it to Curran Brown. He plays it back just a bit too far behind Deadfield, so Inman retrieves it. Now it is with Deadfield. He plays out left to Pit Blado, and his cross is blocked by Razak de Graaf.
And the ball just absolutely clatters a fan in the face on the left-hand side.
And there, that fan getting Brown wriggles away from 2 players for Aveley, and then, well, it was good defending there by their captain, Harry Gibbs, who just waited for him to take a touch, and then Connacher and Brown's touch was a bit too
themselves, looking like they're trying to get back into the game there, but obviously Jonathan North just showing a little bit more gamesmanship here, just taking his time with the old goal kick.
Time with the goal kick.
Yeah.
And now he does take it, punts it long down to that right-hand side. De Graaf looking to get the header, but Pit Blado beats him to it. It's gone out of Charlie Hughes, who has been very good this second half, winning the header. Now Jake Gray finds
Nice.
Fadahunsi, holds it up once again.
That's
very
nice.
well. Great ball out right to Dominic Ravan, who can run into space on this right-hand side. He's got Rob Hall in support. Ravan looks to go around the outside, gets the cross in. Fadahunsi! Oh! What a massive chance for Hampton and Richmond. Tope Fadahunsi, 6 yards from goal. Maybe it was just a bit too high from him, that cross by Dominic Ravan. But I was getting ready to raise my arms in the air to cheer for the goal, but it is still 1-0 to Aveley.
Yeah, sumptuous cross there from Dominic Ravan, just looking to find the head of Tope Fadahunsi, and the header just goes wide as Hampton and Richmond are really trying to show they're getting, really trying to fire up the intensity here.
But that will be encouraging for Hampton and Richmond. That's their first major opportunity of the second half. And came on 74 minutes, and they're looking to build up a head of steam here. It's with Ravan again. Now here's Rob Hall, his first touch of the afternoon. Surely brought to the ground there by Krasnicki, the goal scorer. Free kick has been given to Hampton Richmond, about 25 yards away from goal, with a free kick on a right of central area.
Goodness me, look how cold my hands are.
Oh dear, yeah.
Hopefully Hampton and Richmond can warm them up if there is to come anything of this set piece here. And you've got the likes of Jake Gray and Rob Hall standing over this one.
Yeah, I just wonder if Hawley might have this one. He's certainly scored a similar goal in our pre-season friendly against Hanworth Villa. In a similar position, but he's also got Fernandez and Inman and Fadahunsi in the box to aim for, should he choose to. It will be Rob Hall.
Oh.
Hit straight out the wall. It's back out to Gray. Now Hall has it again. Crosses in. That's a good cross.
Oh.
Headed away well, though, by Gibbs. Good tackle there by Jake Gray to tackle number 11, Ogun Rinde.
Just takes the sting out of the attack there.
Yeah, that was a menacing-looking counter-attack for Aveley, and Sam Deadfield has now been penalised for a challenge on number 11, Ogun Rinde. So it's a free kick to Aveley.
Oh, the yellow card.
Yeah, Sam Deadfield, I think, had a little too much to say to the referee, so he has been cautioned by Emily Heaslip. So yeah, that's 2 yellow cards for Hampton and Richmond, Josh Anafuos, and for Sam Deadfield, who replaced Josh Anafuos earlier in the second half.
But there is still time here for Hampton and Richmond to get themselves back in this.
Yeah, 76 minutes on the clock. Hampton and Richmond 0, Aveley 1. Goal scored by... Ball is now at the feet of Dean Inman, who finds... Well, he doesn't actually find him because it's just a bit too far in front of him. Hampton Richmond do have it back with left back Isaac Pitblado. He plays along towards Fadahunsi.
Go on, Tope!
Who's grappling. Gray might get there. He's inside the Aveley box on the left-hand side. Checks his run. Now is Conacher and Brown. Plays it to Rob Hall. It's with Fadahunsi. Oh, he's tackled. Here's O'Connell. And that's gone high over the bar into the director's box at the Alan Simpson OBE stand. But that was more good play by Hampton and Richmond, showing plenty of industry, trying to generate another opportunity to score.
Yeah, Conacher and Brown there with the touch just to get it into Tope Fadahunsi, and Tope Fadahunsi just laid it off, but an Aveley player just got a foot to it, and then Charlie O'Connell just had the opportunity there to smack it at goal, but I think the bounce just wasn't quite right, and he just sawed it over the bar, sadly.
Hampton and Richmond now knocking on the door in this second half. Goal kick has now been taken. Hint of a handball by Jake Gray. Play does go on. It's with Ryan Carr, 25 yards away from goal. He does well to play out left to number 11, Ogun Rinde. Now is Carr again. Now Jambang plays it to Krasnicki, the goal scorer, crosses it in with his left foot on the right, but it's overhit and out for a goal kick to Hampton and Richmond. Yeah, Hampton and Richmond are just showing a bit of fun to the game with a couple of opportunities in the last 5 minutes, so Hampton and Richmond really need to keep this pressure on now and try to get themselves a goal. Adam Desbois takes the goal kick quickly, plays it short to Fernandez. The Aveley manager, Danny Scopes, just dishing out some instructions. They look to close out what would be a very, very useful 3 points for them. Hampton Richmond have other ideas, though. It's with Pip Blado on the left-hand side. Plays it down the line towards Tope Fadahunsi, but he knew he was offside as that ball was played, because he did look behind him a couple of times. It did go out of play for a goal kick anyway.
Yeah, Tope Fadahunsi has, despite the fact no goals, apart from the one that was disallowed, I think Tope Fadahunsi has looked bright this afternoon, and his strength he showed on the ball has been superb, just trying to hold off the Aveley defence. He just needs that one opportunity, just give him that one chance, and I think Tope Fadahunsi could find himself on the score sheet.
Let's hope so. The ball is now with Isaac Pip Blado. Does well to get the ball away from Razak de Graft, and now here's Rob Hall. Well tackled there by Vaz. Hall has it again, plays it to Deadfield. Now here's Jake Gray. Plays it to Hall, who dummies it, and then it's with Kresnicki for that pass forward.
Dominic Ravan was calling out for it there on the far side. Look, he was an acre of space there. Dominic Ravan, as we know, he's got the pace on him, and obviously can whip that ball in to find the likes of Fadahunsi, Hall and Connor Curran Brown.
Coming up to 80 minutes, Hampton Richmond 0, Aveley 1. Hampton Richmond have looked a bit better these last 5 minutes, and Fadahunsi is trying to make something happen, and in his attempts to win the ball, he just barged into the back of number 2, Ayuba Jambang, and it's a free kick to the away side, deep into Aveley's half. It'll be taken by Jonathan North, who, as you mentioned, Johnny, is taking his time with the old set pieces.
Yeah, I mean, I do recall at the start of this season that the referees had a little meeting to say how this season they would, they would be making note of this and potentially issue out cards for players that were taking a little too long. And I'm just starting to think Jonathan North could be creeping into the referee's attention there with the amount of time he's taking.
Possibly, and well, hopefully there'll be some more time added on at the end of this game. Aveley have won themselves a free kick. Charlie Hughes brought down there by Isaac Pip Blado. It's 25 yards away from goal in a right of central area for the away side. Yeah, there was no added on time at the end of the first half, so hopefully there'll be a good amount at the end of this game.
And this is a free kick for Aveley in a dangerous position.
Yeah, Kresnicki is stood over the ball, as is their left back, Edwinho Vaz. A conversation between Vaz and Kresnicki and their number 10, Razak de Graft, as well as Ryan Carr, who has been this afternoon seen plenty of the ball. Kresnicki runs over the ball. It will be Vaz who takes it. It's deflected off the head of Isaac Pip Blado. So here's a corner kick to Aveley on the right-hand side.
Yeah, and also Razak de Graft has put in a real grafting shift as well this afternoon.
You've been waiting to say that, haven't you?
Had that one teed up, ready to go. Did the old James Ward-Prowse there, isn't it?
Yeah.
The old golf club swing.
So Ryan Carr is the one who is going to take the corner on the right-hand side for Aveley. He's taking a lot of time.
This has got to be noted, surely.
Let's hope so. He now plonks it into the box. Was in a bit of a dangerous area there, headed back across goal, but Fadahunsi was the one to clear it away, only as far out as a throw-in to the away side, about 20 yards into Hampton and Richmond's half on the left.
Yeah, Hampton and Richmond have got to do what they can to get this ball back, because it's no good being at the possession of the Millers.
Oh, here's Kresnicki, the goal scorer, takes a shot of his right foot, whistles just over Adam Desbois' goal. I think he would have had it covered if it was on target, but Kresnicki clearly very confident after scoring what will, as things stand, be the match-winning goal. Of a fine effort with his weaker right foot. Goal kick has been taken quickly, played to Luis Fernandez, who just accelerates away from Charlie Hughes, plays it to Connor Curran-Brown, who's now in a central area, and then his pass outright to Dominic Ravan is too far in front of Hampton and Richmond's right back, so it's a throw-in to the away side, midway into Aveley's half.
Yeah, Hampton and Richmond have just got to do what they can to get the ball back, because Aveley at the moment, as soon as they win possession, they're just trying to pass it around and just trying to keep the possession just to not allow Hampton and Richmond back into the game.
Ball is now on the Aveley right with De Graft. He plays it to the right back, Jambang. Oh, and it's gone in. And well, it's number 11, Ogunrinde, who celebrates, but it has been disallowed for a handball. Dean Inman immediately signalling for a handball. I think that was given by the referee's assistant.
Yellow card as well.
And yeah, Emmanuel Ogunrinde clearly booked for dissent there. He was the one who put the ball in the net. It did look like it was put in with his chest, but perhaps there was a hint of a handball, and Hampton Richmond have been spared there. Both managers just having a conversation about it. It was a friendly conversation.
Yeah, I was just wanted to have a little listen to see what was being said there, but yeah, no, just a friendly little chin wag.
So yeah, coming up to 85 minutes, it is still Hampton and Richmond 0, Aveley 1.
Bit of a lifeline there then for Hampton and Richmond to keep themselves in this game.
Well, yeah, that's a goal disallowed apiece. Tobe Fadahunti putting the ball in the net just before half-time, but it was ruled out for a handball in the build-up. We didn't quite see it. But it is not, let's say, it's not a goal apiece. Aveley are ahead in this game. Now is De Graft. Shimmies and takes a shot. Now Jambang, his shot is blocked by O'Connell. Jambang now has it on the left-hand side, the Aveley right back. Done very well there, although his pass to Vaz is quite firm and Vaz couldn't control it. So it's a throw into Hampton Richmond, which is taken quickly. Now Jake Gray has it. Game just a bit scrappy in that exchange, and it's actually a throw-in to the away side, and well, that's not a good sight. Jake Gray down on the ground. That is the last thing Hampton and Richmond need with all the injuries in the ranks.
But he is getting up to his feet there though, Jackson. Oh, and I think we're going to see another change here for Hampton and Richmond.
Well, it's Ben Seymour, our top scorer, 14 goals overall this season, 12 in the National League South. We were told that this was going to be a bit of a risk, but we are in the final 5 minutes of normal time.
Yeah, I think you can. I think for Ben Seymour to have a minimum of 5 minutes running out here, I don't think that's going to do him any harm here. Touch wood. But no, obviously our top goal scorer, I mean, it's logical. You've got to try and get him on to try and get Hampton and Richmond back in this game here.
Yeah, and he's come on for Connor Curran-Brown. Great to see Connor back on the field again after a period of not too much action for him. He did well in patches, the Hampton Richmond winger. The ball is now with Adam Desbois.
So, well, a last-minute strike partnership here. Looks like two up top, Ben Seymour and Fadahunti going to be working together here to get the job done.
Ball was played to Ben Seymour by Dean Inman, but it was just a bit too far in front of the Hampton Richmond number 9. Now is Dominic Ravan just sort of backed into a corner a bit there by Ogunrinde. And Ogunrinde has it again, plays it to Carr. Now it's Odelusi. And now Razak De Graft. He's holding on to the ball very well.
Yeah.
Jambang's crosses over hit.
Yeah, this is what Aveley are trying to do now with the last 5 minutes. They're just going to try and keep possession. I feel like that's all they're going to want to do here. Hampton and Richmond have got to try and win this ball back and get themselves back in the game.
They do have it now. It's with Dominic Ravan, who's taking the throw-in deep into Hampton and Richmond's half on the right. Plays it to Fadahunti, flicks it on, but can't find Rob Hall. And Vaz then gets his head on the ball, but it's been hooked back unintentionally towards Adam Desbois, who looks to get things going quickly, tries to find Ben Seymour. The ball's headed away by Gibbs. Now Inman heads it towards Ben Seymour.
A little bit of head tennis.
Not what Hampton Richmond want, and now Razak de Graft has a
Nice
good
from
challenge
Isaac.
there by Isaac Piblado. You can only put it out of play for a throw-in to the away side. And yeah, their right back, Jambang, is taking his time, and now he's throwing it to Charlie Hughes, who's gone into that corner flag. Sam Deadfield has won the ball, and then he's fouled by Hughes. Coming up to 89 minutes, Hampton and Richmond 0, Aveley 1. We await with bated breath to see how many minutes at the end of this game will be added on.
You'd like to think it's going to be a fair few.
Yeah, a healthy 5 would be very nice indeed. As Hampton and Richmond look for that equalising goal. Good play between Jake Gray and Dominic Ravan, sorry.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's good play there by their left back, Vaz, who does well just to shepherd the ball out of play for a goal kick to the away side.
Danny Scopes there, just shouting the word game management, which I think we all know what that means.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a few seconds away from the 90-minute mark, and it's going to be 3 added minutes at the end of this game at Beverly Stadium. Hampton and Richmond are a goal down, but now here's Tobe Fadahunsi, who tackled well there by Vaz, headed away by Gibbs to Krasnicki, who is going to be the match winner as things stand, and he just hoofs it out of play for a throw-in, which Isaac Piblado will take. He's been told to go back about 10 yards by the referee. Plenty of players just going forward, and I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Dean Inman as a makeshift striker there, but now here's Fernandez going past Hughes with ease. Plays it outright to Dominic Ravan, about midway into Aveley's half. Plays it back to Fernandez. He's got Deadfield in support, but he uses Ravan instead. Back with Fernandez, who hooks it into the box. It's headed not far away. Here's O'Connell. Fadahunsi well tackled there. And now is De Graft, who plays it to Carr. And now Charlie Hughes has it on this right-hand side. He'd be well within his rights to go to the corner flag, but he plays it across goal, intercepted by Adam Desbois.
Good save.
1 added minute of the additional 3 played.
But Hampton and Richmond were opened up there as Hampton and Richmond are throwing the kitchen sink now. This is last chance saloon.
And here's Rob Hall, hooks it towards Ben Seymour, headed away by Frankie Terry, and then Vaz just hoofs it long, and it requires Adam Desbois to get onto it. He launches it out to Dean Inman, who will travel inside Aveley's half.
Don't blow your whistle, referee.
Still got 1.5 minutes of stoppage time to go. But yeah, as you say, Johnny, this is last chance saloon for the Beavers this afternoon. It's with Jake Gray. He'll cross it. Oh, it's well intercepted by Vaz. He's had a very good game this afternoon, the Aveley left back. And Fernandez just hooks it back in. Now with Fadahunsi. Brilliant play by Fadahunsi. Surely brought down there. Referee waves play on. O'Connell wins it back. Now is Ravan. Gray will look to cross it. It's low. It's a corner to Hampton and Richmond. Inside the final minute of stoppage time. A couple of Aveley players are down on the ground, so we are going to have to wait for that corner while it's Krasnicki who receives treatment. Razak de Graft has also put himself on the deck as well.
Are they out for a picnic or something?
Yeah, dropping like flies here. Well, they're definitely going to have to defend the corner. But it won't be for a while yet. It's going to be Rob Hall who takes it, but yeah, it's Krasnicki who's receiving the treatment. I think it was number 11, Ogunrinde, who received the treatment, and yeah, Krasnicki, he's going to come off. On in place for him is Jason Ring.
Ring. This is an opportunity for Hampton and Richmond at the end of the phone.
Yeah, Krasnicki is just moving a bit gingerly, having a chat with Ben Seymour. A bit of confusion. Is this substitute going to happen? Oh, the referee is telling Krasnicki to make his way down to the other part of the pitch because that's the quickest exit point for him. Right of centre area. It's going to be actually a double change as well as Ring coming on for Aranjit Krasnicki. Number 10, Razak de Graaf is going to come off, and number 15, Jalen Jones is coming on.
And we've got Razak de Graaf here, who's just sat down.
Yeah, well, he's going to be substitute as well. I think it's a touch of cramp for him. Oh, and now he can get up now that he knows he's been substituted.
Yeah, no, he's just, well, he was having a lovely picnic on the Beverly Stadium here. You know, the sun may not be out, but he's just enjoying our hospitality here.
So, yeah, we have now played 4 added minutes, but well, a good chunk of that has been taken up with those 2 Aveley players going down. Adam Debar is inside Aveley's half.
Look at the train, look. You've got Fernandez, Inman, Pitblado, and O'Connell there, ready to receive.
Ben Seymour is also in the box. Sam Deadfield on the edge. Rob Hall is going to take the corner. Jake Gray is in support for a short corner, but I think this will be thrown straight into the mix. I think Adam Debar wants to go into the box, but he's not been given the green light to do so.
There's only 1 goal in it.
Well, the roof will be raised if Hampton and Richmond can get an equaliser here. Rob Hall takes the corner, headed away by Gibbs. Dominic Ravan will retrieve it.
There's still
Plays
time.
It back to Adam Debar. This is surely the final play of the game. Now here's Dean Inman, who is headed out of play for another corner.
Yes!
Yep. It's Vaz who was trying to shepherd it out of play, but it did just hit his head before going out of play. So Hampton and Richmond have themselves another corner. Aveley will be sick as parrots if this goes in. It's going to be Rob Hall who takes it again on this right-hand side. Swings it in. Faduzzi! Oh, it's still in there. Dean Inman!
What's going on?
Ravan! Oh, it's blocked. Here's Jake Gray.
Come on!
He's in the box, crosses it with his left foot. Oh, it's caught there by Jonathan North. So Aveley have survived that late onslaught by Hampton and Richmond, and I think that may be good night, Beavers. Oh, well, it was very frantic there. A couple of shots blocked, but Aveley did defend very well there as a unit. And North does still have his hands on the ball. And he boots it long into Hampton and Richmond's half. Play is still continuing, and here's Charlie Hughes, takes a very ambitious pot shot.
Is there one last moment?
Well, surely
Jackson?
not. Referee is still, well, she's not put her lips to her whistle just yet. It's with Dean Inman, who clips it, tries down the line to Ben Seymour. It's with O'Connell.
Come on, come on, come on, Beavers.
6.5 minutes. It was only 3 added on as a minimum at the end of this game. It's Fernandez. Now Rob Hall.
Come on.
Fernandez crosses it in first time. Good ball.
Come on.
Headed more up than out. O'Connell trying to win it. Now is Sam Deadfield on the left-hand side. Plays it down the line towards Rob Hall. Good challenge there by Jason Ring.
Come on, Beavers.
Here's Sam Deadfield, finds Ben Seymour on the left-hand side. He's tackled well there.
Come on.
Play is still going on. It's Sam Deadfield.
Come on.
Plays into Ben Seymour. He's dangerous in this position.
Oh,
it's a hit of handball. What? Oh, surely a handball. Ben Seymour firing the ball at an Aveley defender.
What?
And there goes the final whistle. Well, the game ends controversially. There was plenty more added time at the end of this game, and there was a very, very strong shout for a penalty appeal. Ben Seymour looking to cross the ball in, fires it in. It hit one of the Aveley defenders on the arm from where we were stood, but the referee decided not to award Hampton and Richmond a spot kick. It's finished Hampton and Richmond 0, Aveley 1. The goal scored by number 7 for Aveley, Aranjit Krasnicki, and well, it's a defeat which leaves a bit of a sour taste in the mouth, given that we had a goal disallowed and a very strong shout for a penalty turned down.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah, careful what you say next here, Johnny, because I can tell you're upset with how...
Yeah, I thought that was a penalty for Hampton and Richmond, but alas, no. Hampton and Richmond did so well in the last few moments there to try and get themselves back in the game, but it wasn't enough, sadly, today. Regrettably, the goal from Aveley was the deciding result here. I mean, it looked like, sadly, Desbois just couldn't quite get the punch away, and it went in the back of the net. Both sides, I mean, was a draw. A draw might have been a fair enough result today. So it does feel like a bit of a gut punch that we've come away with no points here this afternoon.
Yeah.
But I must say, we did our best this afternoon. And I thought Dean Inman had a really good first half and a few good moments in the second. Josh Hannaford as well had done really well. But yeah, just wasn't to be.
Yeah, well, most of the action was in the first half. Tope Fadahunsi having a goal chalked off for a handball in the build-up. We didn't really see that handball, so that may be a talking point. It'll be interesting to see on the highlights if that actually happened. Plenty of chances. Conacher and Brown going close. Bailey Brown, his effort hitting the crossbar from the edge of the box. Isaac Blado having a shot which went just wide, but fair play to Aveley. They did have a few chances themselves, and then the winning goal came about midway through the second half. A shot taken by Kresnicki. It was deflected, and then Adam Desbois didn't quite get the connection on the punch he would have liked, and then the ball just bobbled into the net. And then right at the end of the game, right at the end of stoppage time, Ben Seymour just putting a cross in from that left-hand side, and the ball did appear to hit the arm of an Aveley defender, but the referee was not interested at all. So it's finished Hampton and Richmond 0, Aveley 1, and yeah, will that take us out of the playoff spots?
Well, I was just going to say, I just think in the last few games, I think Hampton and Richmond have been really unlucky. They've been at the wrong end of a few decisions, sadly, which, yeah, and Hampton and Richmond just find themselves in a bit of a tricky winter period they've had. But we go to Weymouth on Tuesday night, and we hope to put it right, Jackson.
Absolutely.
But I will take us through the scores in the Vanarama National League South this afternoon. So if we'll start at Bath City. So Bath City 3, St Albans City 1. Still in play, Braintree Town 1, Torquay United 0. And there's a red card for Braintree Town in that game, as mentioned earlier. Full-time, Dover Athletic 1, Dartford 2. Eastbourne Borough 0, Chelmsford City 3. And a red card for Eastbourne Borough in that fixture as well. Farnborough 3, Truro City 2. Hampton and Richmond 0, Aveley 1. Hemel Hempstead 1, Weston-super-Mare 2, Slough Town 2, Chippenham Town 2, and a red card in that game for Chippenham Town as well. And the fixture between Taunton Town and Maidstone United has been postponed due to a waterlogged pitch at Taunton Town. Welling United 2, Tunbridge Angels 2, still in play, Weymouth 1, Worthing 4, 2 red cards in that game for Worthing. Ruben Livesley-Austin and Joel Colbrand with the red cards. A red card for Worthing in the 97th minute. Goodness gracious me. And then Yeovil Town 1, Havant and Waterlooville 0. So just to go through the table then, off the back of those results, Hampton and Richmond regrettably do now drop out of the playoffs, but there's still about how many games you've got? Yeah, about 15 games still to go for Hampton and Richmond, so there's still plenty more action and drama to come in the Vanarama National League South.
Yeah, and there was certainly plenty this afternoon. Unfortunately, the result did not go the correct way from a Hampton and Richmond perspective, but thank you to those who were tuning in, and sadly we couldn't give you a good result for Hampton and Richmond, but hopefully we can next time you join us, and hopefully we'll see you there. Thank you, Johnny.
Is it time for a drink, Jackson?
I think so, yeah. We're going to need one after that disappointment, so bye for now.
Thank you very much for tuning in. I've been your co-commentator, Johnny Luter.
And I've been Jackson Cole.